Well, after some time, it's working now. Only local
That was
frequencies,
faster than
though.
last night.
It seems to break down quite consistently.
Yeah. Milo's in one of the other rooms.
We should head to the cafeteria. Yes, across the hall, I believe.
Might be a good choice.
Oh, hello, Milo. Milo.
It was not a
Very
group.
sweet.
Room 4?
4? Oh yeah, they have causes though. I think it's for reference. Okay. When we get to our actual dorms, like in Randall, maybe
We could requisition one.
Yeah.
We should grab food from the cafeteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone's already
What?
How?
How so?
I'm... Oh.
Good morning, time, Luna. Time to get up. Squad mates already gone.
Material.
Roommates. Good. You live, Lunari?
It's gonna be the three of us.
Morning time.
Oh, okay.
Time for school, or get ready for school. I'll let you have the room to get ready.
Okay. See you downstairs.
I'll see you later, Tropical. I'll bring you up something to eat.
Salem, you alive? This bitch don't even know I already left my room. Milo, would you like something?
I do not need to. I have a recharge.
Morning, Evan.
What?
I'm already out. Come on. Morning, Evan.
Morning.
Yeah. The apples are hiding things
Don't mind me. Morning.
I don't know. There's something.
I think I want to. Talia!
No. We're just waiting. We don't need to
Good
eat.
morning.
Oh,
That's so fucking great.
18,
Morning.
19,
Morning.
20.
Morning. Ready?
Giving him to the count of 30 before I go kick the door in.
It will take others more time, so I don't see why not.
Yeah.
fresh food inside.
We're about there. 4,
It is
3, 2, 1.
I was
also a
going to
little
sit up
fancy,
front.
but
Do you think we should sit in here?
Well, now I want to see this.
morning, Mia.
Wait, where the fuck is he?
Others more time to eat, so perhaps it's a good idea.
I was asking that question about you when I walked
It's
in.
so good.
Oh, I was downstairs training. I
Oh,
like getting up early.
fair enough. I'm usually the last one to get up anyways.
I found a tiny book.
Yeah, I've noticed. You need your rest.
I guess it works for the regards of people changing though.
True, very true. Well, I like to say, sun's up, guns up,
Mhm.
etc., etc.
Which one's Mister?
Well, I don't have a gun, but I understand the reference.
Oh, right.
In case.
There you are. Heavens above.
I don't believe I'll be in need of any leveraging today.
Sorry, I forgot how to speak for a second.
My partner went back to bed. Apparently they were a bit more easy than others.
Just wanted to make sure you used it.
Oh,
No, that is fair.
I got my marker away.
Come on over, Theo. I know you wanna.
It is curious to see what people pick.
I see no one else sitting around.
Is it?
You can check around and get some more, but
Morning.
the options.
Probably some the color, the taste, the texture.
Nice to see you again. Or nice to see you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What do they have down here today?
Apples.
And I.
I need to talk to the clinic. Oh yeah, I need to go talk to the clinic today.
Okay.
Apple. I go back to some bread and such.
Wait, do they have oatmeal today?
Morning, bye.
Think it's whatever we can grab more than anything.
Sweet. Give me that.
I think it's just an apple angle, to be honest, because I think that's the only thing consistently good.
You kidding me? The food here is
Kurt?
great.
Or a
Whap you
leak.
with a leak. I could whap you with a leak and it'd be very funny.
It would be very funny.
Right, I need the hot water.
I've seen people dance with leaks for some reason, and I don't know why.
So have I. It was a weird thing they do in Reinhold sometimes. They just sort of, and then they do like jump rope looking
Yeah.
dances with it.
Yeah. Like that,
that's
yes.
weird.
I
We'll take a massive fucking apple.
Yeah.
Mm.
Morning. But this!
Listen, post and
I
stuff.
don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
Looks like a basket of onions to me.
Orange onions. Don't eat an onion.
It's like-
No.
It's like a sad apple.
I'll take it for later. Thank you. You know, they say that you shouldn't eat the seeds of an apple. I call those people cowards.
Some stew.
Oh. You should try it. It's deeply unpleasant, but
Yeah, that's fair.
You get used to it.
You do.
I got told it was poisonous.
it's only poisonous if you eat like
That whole barrel full of apples.
Thank you.
I could put apples in this.
Sorry.
Sorry!
You shouldn't.
You're okay.
Don't want to block the walking away.
I can get my thank you now. Alright.
You almost got
smited. Do you think those cans are sardines?
You called me over. Oh, maybe.
One way to find out.
You just got smited.
I really don't want to find out, to be honest.
I did. What do you mean me? That's not
Is there a trend going on here?
Perhaps tomorrow.
Who's next?
Maybe add some cloves to these.
I would rather save on bread to be the bakery biscuits.
Bad of an idea.
Carrots.
Who wants to make a bakery run?
A lot of carrots. Yes.
I could do that.
A lot of carrots.
I mean, they do serve coffee.
You want a carrot?
And bread. Bread's a
And
great
bread.
reconnaissance.
Sweet bread as well.
Exactly.
And I put some apples in it.
Not carrots.
We're going.
No, macarons.
Well, you don't have to. I shouldn't call them tell you like that.
It's always good to put in.
You want to
I
come
do
to
not
the-
mind.
I don't know, I didn't check if they have berries.
It's always a nut too.
I'll check in the second.
Would you like to come along?
Yeah, no, other than what I just said, I'm really lost on it.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be down in a sec.
Do you want to go and see about buying fish at the general store? Or do you want to get your library back? First, which one would you like to buy first?
If you would like to. No, I'm kind of a fan of the match. Oh, you
Fish? Okay, we can do that.
Show your time a little bit.
Take care of him.
Very pristine.
Here we go. I put this in the sink.
I'm gonna be honest.
Tomatoes growing great.
Kind of already like how
We should have him. We should have
Not that it doesn't.
the crops ready to be harvested next week.
But,
I'm saying like.
We're gonna go get some.
Did they fall asleep in your food?
Oh yeah, we were gonna get. Are you still eating? Sorry. We were gonna get some fish for
What was
the
her name again?
and then possibly get her book.
I mean, I have another kid.
But that's just a uniform like this.
Don't
Remember?
Oh,
I only got really
have you eaten yet?
I'm done.
Hey, a couple of people are heading over to the bakery.
Okay.
That's all. Come on, you got a full day for you. You gotta get some like jam, and there's an apple over there. There's a can of sardines over there, or some oatmeal. Oatmeal's really filling.
you say so.
Have you eaten?
I did have a little bit of jam.
Nudge, nudge.
I'm having an apple.
Are you okay?
I'll bring you some food up later, just in case.
Yeah.
You ready to go, Layla?
You fell asleep in your food.
Really that
I
hungry.
was over here.
Yeah.
Oh, It's
okay. I couldn't tell from over there. Okay,
Alright then.
understandable.
Nothing too bad.
Sorry to bother you.
How have you been settling
We
it?
have to help with the book. We have to go talk to Mr. Oh, I gotta talk to Mr. Clink. And then I gotta go talk to the clinic about some things. And then we need to go and... Oh, swimming
Right
lessons,
now,
eventually.
it would not be broadcasted.
Swimming lessons, but eventually. So, yeah.
Sounds like you have a lot on your plate.
Make military hardware by trade.
Oh, and I have to make sure the gun works.
Weapon shop
I
in
finished
town.
it finally. I finished it.
I
I just need to actually make sure it fires, because I can't really practice that upstairs, because that would be dangerous.
see.
Mm.
Well, there's
You
always
made a
the
gun.
single credit bin.
Yeah.
General store. That's where I got my shovel.
Cool.
I don't know if it works yet, though. We're gonna find out today.
Granted, it was rusted up and I had a little bit.
Okay.
It works great now.
Alright, cool. Let's go!
Egg, I'm gonna finish my tea and then I'll follow you all soon, okay?
Do you know
Wardens if they were
where to buy closure in the
easy to
city?
negotiate with? Obviously, they have shit they have to do. We have shit we have to do.
By the train station.
It doesn't line up all the time,
trade
so
station?
you know.
Okay.
You can do a dollar, but you can't really go
Is
much
there-
further than that.
I still need a shovel and
Because-
a couple wiring. I
God
haven't been to
forbid
any of
if you
the
actually touched a warden. Oh God.
Are you looking for a shovel?
Oh God, don't do that.
looking for a shovel.
Last thing I
Oh,
want
it's
well,
not.
I could help you.
I
Do
mean, fuck.
you need it
Yeah,
right now?
Good point.
Not right now.
Yeah.
I still need to purchase
I
one
assess we're verbally
myself.
I see.
I want to fight Brad.
Yeah.
I still do.
Why
Well,
do the shovel
have you tried?
stones here?
Try it when we get our arms.
Well,
I
the academy grounds information on the block. Students, please report to the academy grounds.
If
If I can take 2 hits from him.
That's all I want.
Time to
I don't know if you
Right,
remember
it's
what we
just
called
made of these.
Okay.
We're being called to this shit. Alright. Alright. Well,
Oh, well,
up on the blacktop.
Just cause you a little bit of stress on the new build.
A lot of things cause you stress. People cause you stress. Interacting socially.
no problem.
Oh, yeah, just thought I was going to miss getting coffee.
Huh? Oh my God.
And perhaps the 6th for Professor Reginald.
I missed the middle two you spoke of.
It would be for yourself,
Thanks,
myself,
I missed you over that
Milo,
once. I'm sorry.
Evan.
Oh, thank you.
the test, and Professor Reginald.
Yes, it was 2 tan and how many?
2 tan, 1 orange, 3 white.
Good morning.
Good morning, sis.
Will be the first ones. Morning, Nina.
Good morning. Oh, morning, Lunali.
There's 2 roses before. Lined up in the back.
I hadn't done anything yet.
Okay, they ain't correcting us, so I think we've done it right.
Morning.
Yeah, I think it's too long. Wardens, just move.
Or they'll correct us once everyone's here.
Move. That's so true.
Sound guitar.
Okay.
It'd be nice if we got it right the first time.
Fucking here we go again.
Bless you. I don't think it matters.
A ukulele, that's right.
Yeah, ukulele. Oh, I see.
Nothing. Musician.
I didn't say anything.
To the correct spot.
Headmaster's fucking about a bit.
The professor.
Damn, the professor's
Unicorn, it seems.
He's got it.
Yes, the room.
Oh, he's loud as
Someone need to climb.
So he's figured it out. There he is.
Bracket, tell him!
He got
No,
it.
he's got it. He got it.
He's been fun.
He's got it. He fixed it.
Do you think that's part of his arms?
Back up a little. Back up a little.
What's speaking loud?
Projection.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Projection.
Be an interesting arm.
How do that? Hey, Felix.
Take notes, Uriel.
Like for a radio announcer. Projection, yes, I've heard it all my life.
Take notes.
What?
I'm 115. No.
I don't do that.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
No shit. It's the general.
General?
It's the general.
Oh, it seems he knows what
Oh
goes
my
on.
god, he's not a hobo.
That's horrifying.
I understand why he wants to be in a summer outfit all the time.
Yeah, that's the general.
Oh, smokes. You mean now? Like general or what?
Wait, Prague is
The warden general. No, the warden general.
Yeah, of us.
Go, okay.
Is he the one with the size standing way up there?
No, he's the one coming down here. Old man. Or, yeah,
One with the big
with the big
coat.
pauldrons.
Oh, I didn't recognize him on account of he's wearing clothes.
I didn't either.
Right?
Candidates, eyes front. First week has been an adjustment, but Talus reports that you have been on good behavior. That is the minimum expected of each of you. Keep doing at least the minimum. Today you will be in the hands of Instructor Dusk. Afterwards, there will be an orientation exercise outside, after which we will select the first who will take the first orientation exam. Prepare yourselves. Dusk, your class.
Morning, candidates. Follow me to the classroom. Our first lesson will be a lecture.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to maintain the line, do we? Do we have to be quiet? I'm not very
Nobody
good.
sneezed. I don't think anybody's
I think as long as we follow, we'll be alright. Theo, you jinxed it. Look at you. Wait now.
Yes. Why? It's an entrenching tool.
Isaac, did you change something with your leg?
No, why?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a good shovel.
Made me look. I thought something was missing.
No, I could have sworn there was like.
You never noticed Isaac's leg, huh? It's quite an eye catcher.
No.
Yeah, I know. All those bits and bobs.
I actually didn't either until they measured it. But you know, I'm not really.
I don't know,
staring
people
at
look
anyone's
down
legs.
these days.
Maybe not. I don't know your leg.
It's more like I'm not staring at anyone's legs in particular.
I mean, there's a couple that go all around it, so.
Up front we are.
This time. Last time I was in the backpack. I'm gonna do the front this time.
That's what I'm feeling too.
Smart.
Come on in, boys.
Go to the back because you thought you wouldn't get called on.
Well, how'd that work out for you?
Excuse me.
I was just about to say.
I don't know.
Listen,
I
man,
would say that
get
worked out
fucking called out.
catastrophically.
Listen, you know the rules of school. You don't make eye contact. You don't raise your arms.
Haha, don't raise your
Thankfully
arms.
advised Uriel.
I didn't mean it like that, but I'll take credit for it.
You're barred, right?
Have you been able to test your gun yet?
No, I'm gonna test it today.
Wordplay is your thing.
Good.
It sure is.
We're not like one with this.
I suppose.
No need for apologies. Just trying to make sure you're not left behind.
You're gonna find out what it's like for me all those years.
So, welcome.
I suppose so.
Have no fear.
There we go.
I take good care of my colleagues I work with. I won't treat them as I did before.
Very good. Are we missing any stragglers?
In we go.
If you know of a roommate, speak up now.
Probably. I think Miss Camilla might be on her way.
Camilla's back here.
Speak of the devil. Very good. Welcome, students, to one of your first lessons. A bit of a lecture, so I apologize. But just as important, upon your desks you will find a textbook. It is called The Atlas of Battle. You will be starting it as homework by the end of this day. You will need to read 20 chapters, starting from the beginning. But first, paradise is a distant memory. Our world is dead. And yet here we are, refusing to die with it. We resisted the end of days, persisted and struggled against it. An immeasurable amount of sacrifice had led you all here to this classroom, to continue this very struggle. You are here for a reason, candidates. Sacrifice. Every second of every day, out there beyond that shield, every living thing that crawls, swims, flies, or walks, wants to destroy you and everything you hold dear. As one of your professors, it is my job to prepare you with the fundamentals of combat and survival. I will not succeed. Not with all of you. If you wish to survive, you need to cultivate a strong mental aptitude. Learn to work together and follow the rules of this dead world. And I intend for my rules to be respected in a similar fashion. Do we have an understanding?
Aye, Professor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. We shall begin with roles. Each one of you, in the coming days, will discover their role. It may be obvious to some of you, and others it may not. These roles are like pieces to a puzzle, each one different, but once put together, complete. These roles, combined with the tuning of your arms, are as follows. Fighters, the blades that cut and pierce, the gnashing teeth and claws, the brutal fists and evasive brawlers. These are your up-close and personal combatants, meant to do one thing and one thing only: destroy the enemy. Casters. These are your maguses, adept in spellcraft and the mastery of sorceries of the highest caliber, possessing many possible ploys to be used against the enemy. Their offensive capabilities of ancient magical spells can cause meteors to fall from the sky, lightning conjured from thin air, to even great tides of water to wash away their foes. Gunners, the marksmen of warfare, the cannons, ballistas, and surgical snipers. You have a quick hand and a keen eye, employing many different projectile weapons and spells of precision to quickly kill or bombard their enemies from afar. Tanks, the bulwarks between life and death, responsible for drawing the attention of the enemy and surviving it. This allows their team to take action in supporting their allies and cutting down their foes without worry of retaliation. Support, the fuel and lifeblood. They augment the battlefield, heal lethal wounds, and enhance allies. What they lack in personal offense and defense, they make up for in supporting their allies in all manner of techniques, be it healing flames, earthly defensive augments, agile evocations, and more. And lastly, specialists, the unpredictable and unseen, the utility of the team, deploying tech such as stealth and subterfuge, or perhaps magics to dampen the enemy's abilities. They are the strategists and the unorthodox. These are the roles, as well as the specific tunings that you will implement into your arms. Any questions on these roles?
Where would a tinkerer fit? The one who makes things, gadgets and the like?
A tinkerer. Roles are naturally flexible. A mechanic or tinkerer, for example, could very well be several of these categories. A gunner, perhaps, tinkering with projectile weapons. Or perhaps a specialist, utilizing debuffs and stealth, technology, and magic.
Thank you, Professor.
Any further questions? Then let's perhaps test your listening abilities. Camilla, what would a shield arms be categorized under?
She's letting you read just in case you forgot if he calls you.
A tank roll. Precisely. However, as I stated before with Celestia, a shield can fall under multiple roles. Supports, for example, utilizing bucklers, tower shields, to better defend themselves if they are frontline support. Or perhaps a gunner, one hand wielding a gun, another a shield. Well done, Camilla. Kane.
Yes, sir.
If you saw a warden wielding a baton arms, what role do you think they would be?
The baton could fall under several categories. I don't think I would be comfortable generalizing right away. I could be wrong if I assume.
You are correct. A multi-purpose arm like a baton may very well fall under any of those roles, depending on its use. Seven to 1. What would a support warden use as a weapon? What comes to mind first?
Most of the time, I have seen seen pictures of staffs and such. Something that is lightweight, but also something that can defend themselves in a jiffy. So they are bouncing back and forth.
Well said. A focus arms.
Oh.
I am not, however, a support, but I am a caster. These arms are useful in focusing our magic and spells into one core. Instead of taking from our bodies, it takes from the arms. Until it is depleted, of course. Well done, candidates. Any further questions in that regard? Yes. Was it Dickory?
This is Dickory, yes.
Turn away if you're shy.
I may or may not.
When you said a baton earlier, did you mean a combat baton or an orchestral one?
It was a trick question. Well done, Dickory. A bard warden could very well use a baton to play music of inspiration and defense. Or a baton used with tanking, used to beat the enemy. Either apply.
Thank you, sir.
Questions?
Question, Professor.
Yes, Evan.
Myself? Yes. I know there are more intricate arms out there. Can you explain a tiny bit how these might play into these types of roles? It's a little bit more of an asked question, but I'm curious.
It is a good question. Most arms you will find will be weapons. Swords, daggers, other such blades, axes, shields, cannons, guns of multiple types, staves, all your typical archetypes. But there are those who are eccentric and inventive. I was a part of a previous squad during my younger years. Our support utilized a fishing pole arms. It wasn't meant to destroy magical beasts. It was meant to assist their allies, dragging them in and out of combat. For instance, it took some time to get used to, I assure you. But that is just one example. One may wield a book of spellcraft as an arms. Very difficult to build, I will admit, and maintain, but all the more powerful. When you do build your arms, think out of the box, if you are such a personality. But of course, a blade or a gun is always effective. Remember that.
Thank you, Professor.
Rue, what was your question?
What happens? You can't necessarily decide on what your role is. Do the professors choose for us, or just curious?
That is a good question. It is our job to assist you before that expiration date, but it is very much needed before you are to build your arms. Do not slack in preparing and thinking about it. And please use your professors as help to decide. We are more than welcome to.
If you find yourself
Felix.
lacking one of these essential roles, is it all hope lost, or do you find a way to make do?
You find a way. You may be indecisive even years into your Warden experience. Are you cemented in these roles? Of course not. You can always change it up. Retune your arms to a different position, different role. Bailey.
So, if, say for example, somebody drops their arm, can you, and it's like an axe or like a baton, right? Can you pick it up and then still, like, I heard there was like some calibration thing involved, you know? Can I still like whack someone with it?
You may very well attempt to use it. However, its effectiveness will be null. There is a calibration point. Most definitely.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
A tank arms might be several hundred more pounds than what you are used to. You may not even be able to pick it up. For instance, and its magical effectiveness and enchants will not work until you are calibrated with it. Evan?
I know mostly Wardens are stationed in large groups, so I won't expect an answer for that, but I know Wardens are often sent out on missions, like in the papers and such. Is there... What do they look for in the roles? Is there a certain amount of roles, or is it just whoever's available?
We will delve into a deeper understanding of teams in another class, and perhaps in a few minutes when we go outside. We have a couple examples for you. But the team makeup may vary. You may find a squad entirely made up of specialists, for example, to scout the enemy, get in, get out, quickly. Or perhaps an entire team of supports, to go to the battlefield to assist in medical personnel, and to buff whatever frontline they have. And of course, the best, most flexible teams will consist of several roles. 2 tanks, 2 fighters, 2 gunners, etc. Hickory.
Are mundane weapons and ammunition usable during the use of an arms, or does that have to be part of the arms itself?
Good question.
Very good question. I have seen a caster pistol used. It would enchant bullets upon entry, regular bullets, and boost their effectiveness.
Understood. Thank you, Professor.
Stay weak.
Depends entirely on the arms and its uses. Yes, Scarlet.
I was just wondering, is it possible for someone to have multiple roles, or is that unlikely?
Starting out, you will all choose a single role. However, for the rare opportunities in the future, where some of you may acquire 2 cores, you can attune them both to a separate role, or double up. For example, I am a caster. Rue?
Curious about that. How does that work? Caster?
Exactly.
My magics are volatile.
Oh.
Have you heard of the phrase area of effect?
Yes.
Yeah?
A caster will boost their magical prowess substantially with 2 cores attuned to that role. Whereas if you were, for example, a tank and a fighter, you may be more deadly as a tank because of that second role as a fighter. Do more damage to the enemy, but not be as tanky. These phrases entertain me. Any further questions?
Got some good notes today, not gonna lie.
Leon.
More out of...
A lot more questions.
I'm sort of just stuck on the fishing pole. So was it like a normal fishing pole and he put foci on it, or was it like he built sort of like a custom foci that's shaped like a fishing pole?
It was custom. He sought his hobby as his technique in battle. Quite a good fisherman. He built it from the ground up as an arms.
Thank you, sir.
Could you make a giant cigarette? And then, like, smoke someone?
One up here, Professor. An actual question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll entertain a question. I have seen a smoking pipe as an arms to create fog for battle.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Maybe like a
Copies
smoking
of
cigarette,
themselves
like
as well.
cannon.
Similar to a cigarette, I guess.
Close enough.
Yes.
When it comes to roles like support or others where there's multiple forms of expression, is there multiple forms of tuning within it? Like a support that does empowerment versus healing? Does it differentiate?
No, you are correct. Supports can vary from healing to more defensive magics and buffing their allies. And you can attune such cores to that degree. Any further questions? Kane?
I suppose this is more of a generalized question. When putting thought into tuning and the strategies therein, is it more... Does it make more sense to focus on things that emphasize the ability to function in a group? Whether that is something that is ideally working towards a goal with your partners, rather than just something that allows you to lone wolf it, I suppose.
Lone wolves. Will not survive long in this world, candidates. I suggest not building towards that. Working together is how we have all survived these many years. There are situations where a specialist may enter a mission alone to scout quickly and expertly. Or perhaps a tank attuned to both may hold the line, the last-ditch effort, a sacrifice for his allies. But he or she may perish in the process. Any further questions? Evan?
Going back again with the dual cores, a quick question. Does the type of element conflicting or pairing change the effectiveness at all? Like lightning and water, or lightning and lightning?
Some affinities contradict each other, may be more volatile than normal, like, for example, lightning and water. However, that can prove to be quite useful in times of need, if you can master it. Fire and ice. Light and dark. You may form any combination you see fit. Mastering your arms is another story. Dickory?
Is it common for wardens to coordinate their attacks elementally and strategically?
Very common. As you will all learn in a future class, I will teach you such combo techniques. Once you acquire your arms, these can prove quite effective and deadly to your enemies. Some enemies might not even be effective to your arms. You will need the assistance to break their heavy armor, for example. That of perhaps ice, shattering it. Or perhaps a magical beast, a flame. You'll need the help of water, or another element.
mentioned taking time to master
Raise
the
your hand
arms.
higher next time.
If I may ask, how long did it take for you to master yours?
It took me several months. Some take years. And upon retrieving a specific core, it took me even longer. But that is a tale for another time.
Are there
Miss Noctae.
Are there some elements that are better suited for one role than another? Or does any work with any type?
Do not restrict yourself. As I previously said, normally flames are used to burn, yes? And destroy. They can, however, be used to heal. Cauterize wounds with effectiveness. Depends entirely on the individual and their arms, Miss Noctae. Very well. Any lasting questions before we head outside? Excellent. Up. We'll head back to the blacktop. I have a few examples for you.
Oh, Professor? Actually, one more question.
Yes.
How long do we have to finish all 20 chapters?
Mr. Kane.
By the end of the week.
Oh, sorry about that.
Easy enough.
Yes, sir. Not gonna help, sir.
Yes, sir.
There will be a test, Miss Ezra.
That one down.
Oh my god.
Thinking about it ever since.
Honestly, that is kind of
doable.
I don't know. I kind of a lingering question that I really want to ask about.
I suppose it is apparently wrong to be curious.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
You're asking too many questions about stories.
Should we not ask?
I believe it is
Maybe a safe bet.
Wait.
You're gonna be busy the next week, aren't you?
We have to read 20
Was my
chapters.
question inappropriate?
Over a week.
Over a week.
You're just curious.
It's quite illuminating.
Well, good luck to you.
What do you mean, good luck? See, me, you have to read it too.
Master your arms.
Yeah, but I don't have another job.
I don't believe so.
Involve tactics as
I
well.
think I might be.
You working?
It could have been wrong.
Maintenance was not
Really
as
gonna struggle reading. How many chapters you
consistent as I thought.
20.
It's fine. 20!
20.
I like how you get on him. Like, you're gonna struggle to read this many, and then you forget.
20 chapters. Should be easy. Read a chapter, and then work on a part.
We'll be all right.
Chapters you reward. Working on the parts you reward for reading the chapter.
It's
upsetting.
I've already finished.
Just gonna make sure things.
For a few stragglers.
wake up.
Good. Lunali, Natalia.
Oh, smokes.
That could have been.
Overcharged it a little too much.
Very bad.
She does that.
A new technique.
Oh.
Very good.
Check out his new tags.
That's a proper hook.
Very official.
Behold 2 veteran wardens and your principal. Venario, state your roles, your elements, and your position in a normal team. Please step forward. Get closer.
Hello, I'm... As some of you know me, I've introduced myself, Ares Venari. I sit with both a fighter corps and a specialist corps that are attuned to lightning and dark, respectively. I'll move anywhere between up close to about mid-range, but my style of fighting focuses primarily on quick execution. Move from one target to the next.
Why do you wield a spear? Or rather, excuse me,
Now
a
I
scythe?
know why I had the dead zone up. I have drift.
With my style of fighting, I can use it to very quickly hook around different types of beast. Be it limbs, parts, rake across, break, or just completely cut off.
Maneuverability and incisions. Quite the large arms. It would be difficult to fight with it in a line, yes.
Sort of, yes.
And that is the reason for your maneuverability, to get in and out. Thank you, Venari. Natalia, if you would do the same.
Good morning, candidates. My name is Captain Natalia Fior, and my corps is a pure fighter corps attuned to lightning. My role within a formation, I usually lie as a skirmisher. What I do is I hang around in the space to the sides of a formation, taking out stragglers in quick strikes, or moving very quickly to capitalize on a weak point in an enemy formation, allowing the rest of the formation to move in and take advantage of the lapse in concentration of the enemy.
And your reasoning for using a katana?
The reason for the katana is it is a very sharp weapon. It slices through very, very thick armor and allows me to hold my own in the case where I do wind up against somebody that I may not necessarily be too great of a match for, at least until someone else can get to help me. It covers my weaknesses.
Very good. Thank you, dear. And lastly, Mr. Bowders.
I'm also a dual core user. I make use of a light and dark core. Both are attuned to the gunner role. My position in a formation is generally mid to close range. I'm a bit of a skirmisher myself, as well as a finisher. On larger targets, it is my position to deal the final blow once a tank or fighter has clinked in armor enough for me to get a precise strike in, and finally take down larger beast. I make use of bladed pistols, or gun blades, as many of you refer to them as. Versatile at mid to close range. Excellent. Perhaps a demonstration. Do you want to start with these two inspiring youths?
Are you too comfortable with a spar?
Fine with me.
Very good. Students, back up about 50 feet. Spread out.
Yes, sir. I was about to say.
Listen, I just did my hair. I don't need all that static, you know?
How far do we go? Okay. Well,
This should be about right, I imagine.
About out here.
This is right.
It'll be alright.
Hold on, I don't want to be in front of you.
I'm just gonna fill in.
I do.
Don't have to be that far, man.
I'll be honest,
Turn
turning
around.
the headmaster with that ponytail makes it very popular.
Lightning is crackling off their sword.
Seen a bit of what Venari can do.
And a fusion.
He's a speedy one.
Wonder if she's had new stuff since I last saw her.
I don't know if that type of sword is for cutting through stuff.
I'm not gonna
Last I
lie,
heard
the
about it
principal
was
has my undivided attention.
Looks so
Particular gun
Although, in the past she used to wear shoes. This is new.
Listen, just call me inspired, you know?
I don't know what that's about.
No, I did not blame you.
Bringing it with me.
Nope, there she is.
ready.
There's probably a
Don't
reason
feel the need
for
to
it.
stay armed on campus.
You ready?
Necessarily.
We were told to move back 50 feet.
Oh, hey Milo. I was just looking for you.
I am always around.
Shit.
Shit, buckles.
Shit.
I think I would like to give Professor Dusk my scope in the box. I enjoy this class, I think.
Huh? But right. Oh. Oh.
Well, that is new. They've gotten faster since before.
Direct casting.
Another fameless family supported. They specialize in pumping out Wardens, believe it or not.
Oh.
Oh.
Their trades, their parries.
Arms really do make organic sturdier.
Indeed.
Oh.
He did mention that you're tuned to it. It's strange a bit. So I presume that
Thankfully, we'll never need to fight each other in earnest. After all, we're slaying magical beasts, not people.
Of course. Weapons are for the enemy, no more, no less. That was one of the first things Big
That's
Brother taught
definitely
us.
a new motto.
Make us
They didn't used to do that sort of stuff. They used to just kind of...
Oh!
They used to mostly just stick to the up-close
The
stuff.
general
Not the
carried it perfectly.
He didn't even flinch.
She's gotten better.
moving so quickly that it was leaving brief extremities.
Do you think Theodore is the one who has to deal with all the scorched tarmac?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes, you touch spirits.
It's our new reality.
If you have goggles and other safety gear, put it on while you still can. You never know when a stray pebble will come by and nick you in the eyeballs.
I think in the future I'll just keep it
I
on
believe we were past that point.
Oh no, there's never too late for safety.
Debatable.
Oh, he is using his hand.
It is distinct from his arms, perhaps some body enhancement.
I saw him use the scythe to catch a blade, bring him in from.
He does have a trail also.
Wondering where the scythe is.
She did the same.
I think it's so
Do lightning cores have to be recharged?
For close
Do you have an arm, sir?
It would be a good question to ask after.
Yes.
It appears that the principal has joined the fray.
Wait, what?
They will need to close the gap to Valdris, or he will bombard them.
Oh! Ooh.
Is the lightning that's generated from mana, or...?
Correct. It's a combination of their core and themselves.
I hope he's strong.
Recharged by their body instead of the core itself?
They're getting
It will
closer.
pull from the core first. No, but one can effectively pull from both to medium their usage, so they do not run out in times of need.
There are projectiles being sent. You should get down.
Oh.
Take any candidates.
Very good.
Yeah, take
Okay. Now I'm done. My politics. I thought I must be cooking my ears off.
The principal appears to be using their abilities more efficiently, perhaps?
They stopped right before her range did.
I missed a lot there. I'm moving away from that.
The larger the spell or technique, the more mana it will be to consume.
I'm still also curious where the lightning comes from.
The principal
Can a full
lasts some
run
of this
dry?
race.
Especially that.
Oh, he's got a shield
He's using.
too. Right shield.
Professor Dust?
Which it doesn't?
Potentially.
It looks like
Yes, Dickory.
Can they expend all of the energy in the core?
It is possible. Yes,
Can you recharge it for her?
you can. However, a damaged core will need to be repaired, and expending one has a risk of damaging it.
So it is not only for potency but efficiency, correct?
The other one is put it down.
Correct, Dickory.
Think of how much energy you have in yours.
Take
I want to run them dry in this
every
situation.
drop count.
It depends on it.
Does the principal generate bullets from energy or does he spell mundane ones?
Ooh.
An excellent question for the man himself. Actually. Careful, Leon. You'll lose your head.
Coming now this way! You might want to get prone! Move back!
Shall we?
Yeah.
You'll provide much cover against the arms, I think.
I would have hoped.
Really quite encouraged. Some kind of penalty if they sort of
Do you feel like
Very good.
Venari ripping open a hole in reality seemed to have done a number on people.
Braggy and Professor Braggy and the headmaster.
I believe I have another question. Once
Titled, right?
Professor Desk is back.
Was Avery always so small? I haven't
No. The next part of our lecture.
Anyone's been struck by a
I
stray
don't think
shot.
that's a rare title. Or rare to be titled.
But then, why the academy? Is someone else?
We should resume standing.
Almost got the head topper.
Out over there. Y'all are
Gather up, everyone.
We should stand.
Gather up.
That's hilarious.
I am quite heavy. I would recommend it.
Unless you are.
Right on the line.
No, I'm not there. I'm not weightlifter.
Hey, now we're the back line.
An excellent fight by the three of them. Give them a hand, will you all?
Well done.
Nicely done.
That's even as
Well
well.
done.
What? Very enthusiastic, I agree.
No one has caught a stray bullet or blade this time. Good.
Not this time.
Looking up.
Not this time.
What do you mean this time?
Looking
What do you
up.
mean this time?
Now, everyone, perhaps you learned something from that fight. A warden versus warden is quite different than a magical beast. We assure you of that. However, it is an experience nonetheless, and a good way to test yourselves against each other. In time, when you are all ready, perhaps you can spar each other.
What would that be?
That is up to you. That will be all for today's class. Remember your homework, 20 chapters. By the end of the week, there will be a test.
There is still one thing, Dusk. The manner of picking our first examinees for the keep examination. Which I will do now. Make some room, boys. We'll start with this. Step forward if you would like to volunteer yourselves.
All these people think so.
A lot of you are brave. Without even knowing what I was asking for, you step forward. That shows either initiative or stupidity. I guess we'll find out which. Step back if you do not have equipment prepared for fighting within this next week. Seems I have the pick of the litter then. Of those who are standing before me, raise your hand if you have a role in mind already. Good number of you seem fairly decisive in this. Starting from here.
Specialist.
What role? And you?
Fighter.
I'm a bit stuck between tank and fighter.
Still deciding.
Gunner, sir.
Gunner, sir.
Specialist, sir.
Gunner.
This is a surprising mix, I'm not going to lie.
Tank.
Hey, you good?
Gunner, with the possibility of switching. I apologize, Evan.
No, it's okay. Just put my hand on for a second. Support here.
Gunner, with the possibility of switching to specialist or tank as necessary for the composition.
Tank.
Gunner.
You first, and then you, Lunali.
Was born to shoot. I'm a gunner.
Support.
Do you mean for the actual arms we're hoping to get, or do you mean just for this
Position,
what we would
pick
be ready
one.
for the fight? Gunner?
You injured.
Support, I suppose.
Out.
You suppose? Are you sure?
Support, sir.
Couple scrapes.
Good. Interesting spread.
Well, people want to be shooting.
Surprising, no one's going to be casting. But not very easy to cast when you don't have an arm. If I point you out, move to the left. Specialist.
Better now.
Gunner.
Sir.
Tank. Support. Fighter. Gunner. Support. To the line. This will be your first group examination. The 7 of you will be the first to enter the keep. It is a dangerous scenario in which you could lose your life, even with us watching to make sure that doesn't occur. Now preparing yourselves in your weapons and equipment. Before next week,
I would also do
support. To Reginald, the instructor will see that your medical examination is complete prior to entry into the keep. After next week's class, you'll report to the blacktop, and then you will head to the keep together with myself to endure the first of the trials. Any questions?
Yes, I could also do fighter.
Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Lunali.
Yes, sir.
Scout.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Lunali.
Ain't that interesting?
They didn't bring their partners.
There you go.
Oh, injured.
I'm already warm.
Are you gonna practice for gun today? You gonna try to give it a shot?
Yes, well, I have to, I have to check Lila first. I need to make sure that she gets her fish and that she gets her book. And I need to talk to Professor Clink, and then I need to talk to, the clinic, and then I need to do the gun. Yes. Yes.
Shall we provide
Lunali.
for Professor Desk?
Lunali.
Let us travel to the experiment.
I want to see what you can do. Well, you said you're gonna have your weapon ready next week, right? So I want to see what you can do. She's gonna be shooting. Yeah, you did.
There you are, sir.
Support, I believe, right?
It is a fiddle.
There weren't very many support-oriented weapons out there,
I do so like the healing elements.
I have a bit of a standing until I actually think
Alright, I want to see it.
Elements, I should say.
We'll do it today at some point in the afternoon. Along with Scout. She's building a gun. I'll come get you. Alright. I'll go switch out.
I believe you mentioned me as police report, correct?
I will say, some people are kind of fucking stupid without knowing what they're going into. Going in with nothing's like going into that.
I just have an adverse fear whenever someone says, I need volunteers.
Well, someone has
Such a
to be
boy.
first to do it. They can't all not go.
Yes, however,
Just making sure.
however, just surprised by the sheer number of candidates. It isn't technically your first day yet.
Maybe we can ask the prince.
Leon,
Figure out.
Weapons.
Oh yeah, we do gotta talk. We do gotta ask about that. We gotta ask about that.
We do gotta ask
We
about
gotta ask about that. Probably catch him before he fucks off.
Would we talk to the principal? We'll talk to the medic.
Thank you.
I'm actually really interested in both of your abilities so far. Interesting how you both use them. That little pool was really weird to see and really terrifying at the same time.
That's impressive. You should see him. He's not holding back.
I was gonna say, we were missing up the whole lightning part. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure...
We would have definitely some big craters here on the black.
I was gonna say, the area itself doesn't really allow for really crazy stuff to happen.
Yes, Scout.
I had a quick question about the fight. At what point did you decide to jump in for it? Was it to ensure that they were on their toes, or?
Have you heard of the word fun?
Yes, sir.
And then you have your answer.
Thank you, sir.
Lunali.
When it comes to the exam, the weapons that are really available, mundane-wise, how it rolls like support or castery really reflect themselves properly in that.
That will be up for you to decide.
We'll sit down and draw something up.
It is an examination of your ability.
I can't tell you how many I had when I was running through these holes.
Principal, you're a little injured from your sparring.
No.
Wonderful. Double checking. I must say, it was quite the fight.
The young ones have gotten rather good at doing speed attacks, but they have to be on Bragi's level to be terribly excited. Yes.
Of course.
So we figured it would probably be in our best
Yes or no?
interest to talk and ask ahead of time.
Ah, wonderful. What do you think?
Submit special requests to get ones. Is that a we figure it out problem? Do you have any more?
That is you discuss with your medical professor so that he understands.
Oh, you are an inspiration, Mr. Lunali.
I figured we'd get both.
I shall keep them coming to your dorm room.
Yes. Make sure Reggie understands, and we'll be sure that we fulfill your
Walk this way, Ted. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Mr.
Lunali.
We need to go figure it out. We need to go.
Wiki wiki.
It's kind of
Walk this way if you so. Thank you. I'm not entirely old. Well, compared to you all I am, but I'm starting to have a hard time hearing.
Similar for just sensitive hearing. It gets very overwhelming.
Indeed.
With lots of people talking.
I shall make sure that book makes its way to your dorm. And should you have any more questions about support, I'm always around. Were you part of that first group that was selected?
No. I volunteered, but they picked other supports.
Simply have more time to prepare then. It's not a bad thing.
Although now I'm not sure
If you could help me out, Lunali.
represent what a support does just by myself and, well, a regular weapon.
One thing I neglected to tell you the other day is even though my arm is my arm, it still is made out of a metal that is effective against magical beasts. You very well could have a greatsword or a two-handed hammer and still use it to strike your foes. You just would also use it to cast your healing elements. You can be quite creative.
Something that came to mind doesn't match the weapon that I have, so I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work in the meantime.
Well, what weapon do you have?
I got as a mace from the blacksmith here. I've been trying to...
That could be your support arm.
Hello, sorry. Just so you know, the students are fist fighting over there with permission and all that, but they're going to need a lot of It'll be ideal that they'll actually be able to read their textbooks.
To be hurt, I'll make sure it's healed. Making more work for me. Is this Braggy's idea?
Going out of it. Yeah. No. It's the guy who sort of walks around like a raccoon with his wiggly fingers. Except he's wearing a jacket now and he's acting like a different person.
Right. Well, I suppose I should go over there and make sure any scrapes or bruises are taken care of.
Very good.
We actually need to inform you of our situation because we were told to make sure you're aware. We're prone to losing limbs, and we just need to know if we need to figure it out or we're good and such.
Well, is this something we need to address in the clinic, away from other pioneers, or...?
Not technically. We're covered in stitches and such. I could pull off my hand if I wanted to, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass, because I'd have to redo the stitches. Hey!
I'm being pulled.
You fell asleep again.
Indeed. I'm going to prescribe you something for that.
Recommend it not be energy.
No, I've actually not met.
How ready do you think the class is for existential crisis?
At the end of the day, you want them left. If that wasn't to do more for you,
it was.
I'm sorry, the beginning.
I'm quietly too. It's nice to meet you.
Once I was able to design
my own
equipment.
There are some trick weapons that are pretty simple, like the fishing pole. But at the same time, if that line was to break,
Really need to increase my laps in the morning. I don't usually get this tired. But Suijin has been in repair for a little over a month, so I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, I get you.
I've always been strict and to the point. That's the idea.
You've got a good way of thinking about it already.
Precision was... I mean, I signed up to be a warden.
I based that off of a fable I heard from long ago.
Good. That's what we want to see.
You can use your fist.
Two brothers of storms. One named Suijin, one named
You got
Marcus
it.
has the fucking gunblade head already, and
you saw the little
has a couple ideas. I have to
electric. You saw my little lightning dash that I'm working on.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking forward to
That
seeing.
move I call flying right.
I'm really excited to make it. I don't want to get too attached to the idea. I want to keep ideas.
I don't know where she is.
Still got,
I'm sure you can.
I think, a month and a half left. 2 months.
Insane and outlandish ideas.
So take your time. Keep kicking ideas around.
You remember what happened.
And when we get to it, we'll figure it out.
Remember how we had to go through
Settle on something.
for a full night one night to make sure we stayed away from any magic beasts?
I don't know if you
Canada?
know. Was the separation?
I was having trouble hearing with a lot of noise around me.
Go ahead.
So I took off my
I
shoes.
don't want to interrupt.
And I walked barefoot, feeling the vibrations if they
You're
were
fine.
too
I'll
close,
catch him in a
and
bit.
altering our course in the dark when I couldn't see.
At what point did you decide to?
We still had to fight a few
use,
times, but
and fight against the professor?
it was much more manageable than if I had just kept wandering us in the dark.
Once we realized that he was going to stay in
So
the
I have a
fight,
horseshoe since.
and it turned into a three-way,
I feel that
the captain and I
my
both
battlefield
know
awareness
that
has grown because
your principal is
I keep
a great
contact
deal stronger than us.
with the ground.
Even though we were opposing forces, there was a greater that required a bit more attention.
There's something wrong.
Once that set in, the decision was as easy as breathing.
That's a good way of doing that.
Fair enough.
I do appreciate
I don't like talking about it either. Every now and then it's necessary.
Eventually it does. It comes more naturally for some than others. But it's a skill that you can definitely sharpen.
Something I want to see. I agree as well.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
I never
Can't remember if I introduced myself or not, but I'm Scarlet
on
Level 2.
convenience, but
Nice to meet you.
I just thought that was a funny place.
Here is Lunali. It's nice to meet you as well.
I'd make it a proper introduction to leave the laughs and gasps for a different time.
I am not funny.
It is a skill set that we are.
Go ahead! It's
quite practical.
When you choose to be.
I am never funny. Hello.
But you make jokes every day. Okay.
You are not fun?
Oh no, he's super fun!
Hi.
Go do your thing.
Okay.
Do you like gems filled with mana that are also referred to as foci?
We had the opportunity before, sir, but
I've never gotten to handle one, but they sound cool.
They go into your arms, and they make it strong.
I've seen a number of different fighters on the field using a number of
Yes.
I do this. I mold it. I teach you how to mold it. You will make one.
I've seen support to the great sword in the front lines.
You will find a raw one, and then you will make it. You understand? I am Professor Norset.
Hello. I am
Hi.
Lunali.
Are you allergic to feathers? This is good.
There have been some people sneezing a lot there, so I think there are some with allergies. Do something here. I do not know if it is feathers.
The day that the Magi Beasts understand allergies is the day that the Wardens fall apart, and the final death comes.
That wouldn't be good.
No. This is why you must not tell them about it.
I'll make sure not to talk to them. They don't sound very nice.
It would be a worthy investment of time.
Very rude. You know, one almost killed me a couple months ago.
It is not that we do not know what being bored is. It's.
Well, that's not good.
We try to find optimal uses for
Yes.
our time.
I got
True,
better.
I had to carry him.
Well, we both got better.
Oh yes, yes.
A battle-scarred veteran.
Research project.
It's sort of a lot of clothing, it's hard to tell.
The focus, sir. From chemical agents to outbreaks, pathogens, things of that nature.
Will you be teaching a class on tuning then?
I thought
Yes, this is right. I am only one class away.
all in one place too.
There will be one more, and then it will be mine.
Worked so hard just to get even a book or two.
For now, obviously.
I hope so.
You'll freeze.
And then you will learn. You will see. And then he will do something to make it silly, but he will make he will help you make a good arm. with the S.
Of all people to have the silly class, I think that one's technically yours.
No, we don't teach the throwing unless it's advanced.
So you admit it is silly! Good job!
It.
That too is valuable.
What does throwing have to do with
You must
shooting?
admit it is efficient, though.
Only because it works, but yes.
What does throwing
There
have
are
to
many ways. There are many ways to tune a foci. They are sensitive things, they are fidgety, they are fripperies and gewgaws that suffer many different intricacies, and you can easily mess one up. But if you get good enough, you can chuck it at the doorknob, and it will do what you want it to do, because you know how to hit it on the doorknob just right. This is an advanced
I
technique.
wouldn't recommend doing that at first.
Get into casual clothing.
You will be teaching them the correct way to at first, yes, Norson?
I will be teaching them the traditional ways.
The traditional way, yes.
If you think it is a valuable investment.
I come from an aristocratic place. I know how to do the tradition.
How big of a doorknob does it have to be?
You're doing one that goes into an arms, maybe. Sometimes it changes depending on if it has a push button or a lock or a twisty or one of those little child thingies that you have to kind of like put pressure on both sides, and it changes.
I'll find a door then.
No.
No, you're not doing that technique.
No, to help him.
Oh,
I know.
I suppose that's okay. But he probably knows all the doors on campus. And in town.
Unfortunately, the doors are of shoddy work. Only 2 of them are. No, I'm just. Any of them do. Mostly. Except for the one over there. That one doesn't have a doorknob. It is also locked, and I cannot nap in it.
You do cores, and you do what they go into.
Wardens and professors to see.
Yep.
What?
You could say we go arms in arms. It's very. I am not funny.
Well done.
He is a very core part of the team.
I get it.
I introduced myself to one of them. Now I'm done.
Congratulations! Nope, you did it to just one. Now it's time for everyone else.
I hate this. How do you assemble so many badgers?
If it makes you feel any
I
better,
just-
Norson, I've avoided speaking to most of them.
I'm
It's
not
actually
a
rather
badger.
easy.
Yeah, but they already know who you are, though. They don't even know what his class is, so he kind of has to.
That is fair.
But now he has a cool jacket.
It's actually been so long since I've been in my combat attire that I forgot how close it was to your tie.
I believe that was
I might have had some inspirations.
referring to in the lineup.
Akubo. Thank you. Yours looks amazing.
Yours looks softer now.
Here, but
Yes, I have
definitely
sensory
more
things to cover for.
This has padding under it for armor as well, so it's a bit puffier.
I wear a suit because it looks nice.
It does.
Yes.
It is good colors.
Armor is necessary, but not. It's just not armor. It's just, sometimes you have to add something under it. Anyway, I don't want to Braggy's over there. I don't want to. No.
Look, there's those two right there. They're not near Braggy. You can get it. Go.
Ah, I am in physical pain.
Nos for it. Nos for it.
No.
Nos for
Not,
it.
you do not call me this. You do not call me the Nosferatu.
If they're in physical pain, maybe Professor Reginald will let me practice medicine on them.
No, they meant
conversation.
figurative. You're a teacher, you can cut in. They'll never stop talking.
I am never this rude!
Yes. Perhaps I let it on to think that they needed to choose one road only.
Those three are fanboys. I cannot. It's too hard.
Their choice should
Otherwise, they're going to falter.
That's a good one.
You'll never find someone
Make sure to stop by this.
Yes, sir.
I'm alone.
It just beats the crowd. They stare at me. I talk, or it was one person or two.
I may be used what I was possibly for, but
Listen, you have to be flexible. You are man of peace, thrice so high. You can handle conversation.
The standards for a warden here and a warden in Craiova are different.
Are you implying that they're not as good?
We are not as social.
Maybe I'll start it today.
We're not social, but we get the job done. Like how you can. Come on, go on then. Look, there's the students alone, very far ahead that direction. If you just run fast enough, you'll catch them.
Are they always like this?
Yes, I'm sort of their emotional support engineer. And he's sort of mine too. I kind of go a bit all over the place, and he kind of helps me slow down, whereas I have to, kick him in the pants, get him to actually move. It's our relationship.
You've made a lot of arms then, yes?
Oh, yes, so many.
I'm going to get some tea.
I'm trying to figure out how to reconcile the difference between what I have and what I'm trying to think of.
Challenging for Warforged to survive it.
All right. Sure.
So, I want to do support work, but I don't want to be up close. But the only thing I could find that looked about my size at the blacksmith was a mace, but I know it doesn't have to be the base of what makes the actual arms. I don't know if I want to be up close, but the only thing I could think of is a staff, but I don't want to hit things with it. But I can't really focus on attack and support magic without, because they kind of require different kinds of tuning.
So when you do get your arm, there are going to be moments when your arm breaks down, meaning you won't be able to cast your magics. A lot of these beginning lessons here are to teach you what you do when you don't have that as a resource, right? So if you know what your arm is going to be, I'd suggest getting or at least if you have an idea of what you want your arm to be shaped by, I would suggest getting something that is similar in concept so that you can practice fighting with it. If, for instance, you were intending to have a traditional caster foci like a staff, you should still get a staff because you need to get more used to the natural movements that would be required of a staff wielder. In addition, if you are doing some healing things, you should definitely do some practice to figure out how to perform that job without having magic as a resource. Because there will be times where people will need healing and you'll have none left.
I've been talking to Professor Reginald. He gave me really cool books.
Very good, very good.
But if I...
Do you have any idea on what you think your arm is going to be shaped like?
If I don't want to hit things with a staff, if I hold it sideways, it kind of looks like something you could shoot something out of. Does that work? Like if it had a point
Well,
where it could adjust downward to become able to be held like this.
No jumping in swamps.
that is certainly possible. You could train with a proper rifle or whichever other weapon that you think would best have it bend in that way. It might be good to pick up both items. A staff and a firearm. Because, for instance, if it locks up and you can't get to the firearm part, you should be familiar of how to actually use it as a weapon even when you are aren't able to use the more lethal option.
Okay.
At the very least, defensively.
This is why I put a knife on my gun.
It is very important. For instance, you don't have to use a staff just offensively. You can learn how to just keep people away. Use it as a spear, poker, things of that sort. Something to deflect with, things of that sort.
The thought of a large scale
Makes sense.
I pull too many muscles when I try to use things like that. Gun is very good. There, I went and I told it 6 people things.
And you have the rest of the student body to do. Look, those two, they're alone!
I did.
Ah, very good. What about those two?
Is the one on the right a student?
No, but the one on the left is.
Why does he have a baseball bat on his hip?
Everyone needs defense. Go on then.
This isn't a baseball field. It doesn't make sense.
There's somebody with a shovel strapped to their side.
I love untraditional weapons.
But do they have stuff like that here? Didn't really look. There was a blacksmith, not really something different.
So, the mechanics can make you something? If you just give them a general idea of what you might need. If they don't have stuff in stock already, I know that they do have some firearms pre-made. It just might not be what you want, which is okay. You have a week. You're going in. Are you going in there, or was it the other cat? It was the other cat. Okay, then you have even more time. You can get something custom made, something a little bit more in mind for what you want to do, whether it is a long range, close range, mid range weapon. Perhaps even ask them what would be best for what role that you're trying to accomplish over, at least in terms of ranges.
Them being who?
The mechanics. There is Toxic Tinkers, I know. There's some other places as well. Or if you want something from Soliloquy herself, she's over there. She is the mechanic on campus. She handles all things as far as, like, vehicles and other such.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I always love it when there's a student who is invested in their own future.
When are you teaching a class?
They're sort of shuffling around the curriculum based upon what they think the students need a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much longer.
Okay. I want to see that.
Thank you. And I think that will be the moment where you will be able to see what kinds of people everyone is.
Okay.
Everyone has different ideas of what it means to protect, to fight, to support. But most importantly, what it is that they want to build. Whether it be a weapon for now or a better future. I agree. It is why all of my inventions have been with that in mind.
Even the one you can't talk about?
Yes!
It must be.
I built that to make sure that we can get people out. So that they can live, plant the seeds for a grander future that I won't be old enough to really live to see.
That's a reason that sounds really sad.
I don't think it's sad at all. I think that so long as we can all actually escape this sort of situation, that is enough for me.
There is no escape. The final death will come. Now, you have pushed me into something, so now I push you into something. They have asked, how do you make arms bullets go faster?
Oh, there's a lot of ways. Well, any core can do anything if you just know what you're working with. What kind of weapon are you using?
A big
Which
fucking
kind
gun.
of gun? Well,
Sniper
there's a
rifle.
lot of different ways. A sniper rifle.
Stay.
Do you want a bigger impact? Do you want poison? Do you want
Want
them
fire.
to...
Oh yeah, fire.
They want fire.
Yes.
Well, you could, in theory, use it to make the bullets go faster. Perhaps even so fast that it can melt through its incision point. You could make it an explosive, so that it's a bigger, wider canister, send it off, and boom! Things of that sort.
Does that work
There's a
on
lot of ways you
all
can
of
take
them?
it.
Does that work on all of them?
Define all of them. Are you talking about all cores, all arms?
Monsters. The things that are out there.
Ah, there is going to always be a monobeast that can more or less do well against you, especially if they are the same as...
I have input.
Alright.
If you are infusing these things to fly out of the barrel with one element or another, then you are locking yourself to one kind of projectile. But
That's
and
true.
this is for later in your career. If you manage to get your hands on two foci and one helps the other to protect, let's just say you have fire and you have another element that can interface with it to make pressure, you can use it as the propellant instead, and now you can use
That would be air, then.
any kind.
Water is incompressible.
You know what I speak of.
I do.
Now, you can use projectiles of any kind at that point.
I'd want something that was
That's
shaped
actually
like...
really...
that could penetrate those monsters. That's what I care about. Being able to kill them. That's all I care about.
Good thing to think of. Although you should probably think of the long term beyond just killing one individual enemy, yes? There's going to be times where you will run out of ammo. That is one of the
That's what she's
biggest
for.
problems.
That's what she's for. She's my support.
Well, she can support you, yes, but what I was getting at is the problem with guns. This is something you need to prepare yourself for. What are you going to do when you run out of ammo?
Oh, well, if it's an arms, right? You can do other things with it, like perhaps make it a melee weapon as well.
You could.
That's what I want to
Just
do.
something I want
Just
you
like
to think
Robin.
of. Because there's going to be multiple situations where your arms will break and you are left with nothing but the chassis itself.
Yeah.
There will be times where the elements that you have will not be useful for the enemy ahead.
Thank you, Professor.
If you want piercing specifically, that's going to be as much on the construction of the bullets themselves as well as the weapon chassis, but you're doing fire. Do keep in mind what Norset said about you being locked into one kind of projectile. What he was more or less getting at is that you could technically make an improvised launcher weapon, meaning that you could do something as simple as picking up pebbles and rocks, and then you never run out.
Those aren't aerodynamic.
They aren't, no. But it would make sure that you wouldn't be left with none. There will be times where you will have nothing.
I think I'll stick with bullets. But thank you, Professor. I
You're very much
recommend that I come
welcome.
talk to you. Alright, Lunali, are you done?
Yeah.
Alright. I need to borrow you.
Okay.
If you're free, come with.
I'm being borrowed.
Best of luck to you all.
Professor
Took
Carbon.
my spot.
Sorry to take up a bit of your time, but I want
Now, what's your plans for today, Lunali?
I do not really have anything. Although
How
now
about you
I'm
with me then?
Although now I'm considering if I should try to ask them to help redesign a weapon in time for the exams. Since
The ones we won't be able to do?
well, no, just try to simulate something closer to what I think the arms might look like.
Oh, interesting. I look forward to hearing
At
about
least one
hearing
half
more
of
about
it.
Yeah. Let's see if she's still down there. Scout was down here trying to use her weapon. Fortunately, she didn't quite build it properly, so it didn't shoot.
Oh.
Oh,
Body is that's weird
Yeah.
to say. It's really weird to say that your body is fantastic, but like it's interesting. You look interesting.
when she's done flirting.
Shiny. I'm not flirting.
What?
I'm not flirting with her. I'm just admiring the craftsmanship. That sounds hi.
Definitely, definitely.
From a lot of perspectives
Yeah.
of personal look.
Did you need something?
Oh no, I was just bringing Lunali to you.
I got dragged.
Oh,
She's
hi,
working on her
Lunali.
arms.
It's Lunali, by the way.
Oh, Lunali. Oh,
Close enough.
Nice to meet
I'll
you.
learn it.
See you again.
I don't know what I'm being brought over here for. I was just told that I'm being borrowed.
Is her form pleasing? You know, you described the other one.
I mean, she's a cute, it's a kitty cute. I mean, I'm gonna go. I need to work on something.
Oh, you're gone. Yes, that's why I wanted you. Oh, Scout. Oh, damn it.
I think you drove them off with the flirting.
I wanted to ask her because she's a thinker, so she would be useful to help you with some of these. She thinks outside the box. She's one of those types.
Oh. Okay.
We can follow her if you want. Since you got nothing else going on.
I should probably talk
All right.
to one of the mechanics at some point.
Aye, she knows both of them.
Okay.
Hopefully she didn't run off and we'll be able to find her. She was trying to shoot a gun today, but it wasn't quite, trigger wasn't working or something. I don't know. I don't know guns that well. I just shoot them. I guess I'm gonna have to learn them though.
I've never tried to make one before.
What type of arms are you thinking of changing to?
Well, I had the idea already. Well, I say it already, but I wanted a staff as a focus for healing, but I didn't want to have it be something that I tried to swing around and hit things with. So I thought,
Yeah, you're gonna think.
the other end of it, if you kind of flipped it down and adjusted the position to rest it, it could be used to fire things out the other end.
Oh, that's your person then. She's literally making a gun right now. Let's distract her instead of eating. Go tell her what you just told me. Have you put up the books, by the way?
Except for the mystery one, I think.
The new book you got. Have you put it up yet?
Oh, no, I've been holding on to it. I've been talking
No,
to the
alright.
professors.
They're good. I ate them.
Yeah. Alright, let's
They
go
weren't
bother
like
her.
I didn't. Oh, and another one just like soy sauce, like really salty.
Okay. Scout, we weren't done with you.
Wait, what's up?
This one
Hi,
needs
how
to
can I
consult
help
with you.
Oh, hi. How was that?
I was told that you might have an idea on how to make something work for the tests, since we won't have our arms yet.
Well, do you? What are you looking to make? I'm trying to make myself a gun. I haven't figured out the triggering mechanism quite yet on mine. But what's up?
I don't know if it will be super easy to make before having an arms, but the idea I had in my head for what it would be when we get to make them was a staff I could use to focus healing spells, but since I don't have really the ability to have offensive magics with it also, I thought if I were to flip it on its side and adjust the top down to rest it, it could become a firearm, so I didn't have to be up close.
It could have both.
And maybe if it
the barrel, it would have to be hollow. Okay, so the staff itself would have to be hollow because that would be turning into the barrel.
And I'm trying to figure
It would
out
be
a
weird
good weapon
size,
to
but
use for
yeah.
the examination, because what I have right now isn't anywhere close to that, and also it's kind of heavy.
No, wait, you have a staff right now, you said? Sorry?
No, I don't have a staff or a gun.
Oh.
I had something else because the thing I thought of didn't look like they had anything close enough to either of those. So I just figured I'd get something to...
What do you have?
I have a mace.
That could... Okay. Call me crazy, but that could work.
You're crazy.
Okay, so like, is it a wood mace or a metal mace? Like, what kind of, what does it look like?
It's metal.
We could work with that. Because you just have to bend the metal correctly and just, I mean, if you don't mind me just destroying the mace. You could bend it correctly into that and you can use that for the barrel. And if it's, like, it's
kind of
pliable enough, we can cut it.
It's not very long,
I would need better tools.
It would have to be lengthened
It's blunt.
a bit,
Well,
maybe.
We need more tools. I need tools that I don't have.
So, Mr. Soliloquy might, from what Professor Clink said.
Or Professor Clink himself. Okay, so you want to make something that is a staff, and then you flip it and it can turn into a gun, right?
Yeah.
And then you can flip it back and it can be a staff again.
I figured I'd call
That's
it something like
amazing.
a shot staff would be the best term.
Wait, do you want it to be like a shotgun?
Well...
Or what kind of gun do you want? Do you want it to be more pistol-y, or do you want it to be more rifle-y, or do you want it to be like more machine gunny?
I figured it'd be more of either something with either spread or... I don't want to, it wouldn't be the primary use of it, just its, defensive
Just to get something off of you if you're close. So probably a shotgun, because you'd probably only use it if it's really close, because you'd be using the range stuff otherwise.
So
that's amazing.
That's why I figured a word for it could be a shot staff.
That's amazing. Okay, and it could even be a double barrel, because you can just okay, so if we can make the mechanisms of it work, you could have it so it's that and that, and then you push it forward, or you you do a little button, do it forward, the mechanisms, it could split the staff itself, and then have the barrels so they flatten into each other. That would require a lot of metal work. I can't do that, but not that I can't do that, I can try, but
I guess is there a way to Maybe
We can work with-
temporarily modify
we
the
need
mace
supplies.
to be able to at least possibly be able to shoot something out of it so that I can get used to the motion. It wouldn't be a staff, but it could at least be like the core.
That was my initial thought. It would have to be small.
Please.
It'd be more like a pistol than a shotgun. Maybe
Yeah.
like a hand cannon.
Perhaps you should see the mace first.
Yes,
So you can get
probably
a
should
measurement.
I'd have to go get it from the dorm room.
Okay, if you want, we can go and. Well, I'm eating lunch here right now. So, if you want, we can go and I'm gonna go and talk to Mr. Clink, Professor Clink after this. I'm gonna have to try to find him. He's
They're out on the
apparently
blacktop.
Well,
They're on the blacktop. I'm gonna go talk to Professor Clink.
Okay.
Can I take this with me?
Yes, just make sure to return the dishes.
Okay. I'm gonna finish my burger.
Scout, where will you be when you're done? So that.
Talking to Professor Clink on the blacktop.
Alright,
Or
wherever
here.
Professor Blink is. Got it. Or here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or here finishing my lunch.
I can go get it in the meantime. I could bring it here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I realize
Alright, good luck.
I'm in the wrong. I want to
You weren't one of the people picked out
Hold on.
for next week, right?
I will be right
That's correct,
back.
I wasn't.
I'm gonna leave my food here. I'll be back.
And
in
I'm
2
fucking
seconds.
pissed
I need
about
to
it,
check
but-
something. I'll be right back.
Well, maybe it was a good thing I wasn't picked right away. Can try to see if this works. Who knows? Maybe we'll be on the same group.
I'm thinking that if I get the chance to pick, I'm gonna definitely choose you. Along with that one. Even though she can't make a gun that can shoot. Don't worry about it, she'll get there.
I mean, better than me. I can't even make the shape of
Wait,
one
look
yet.
who's set up over here.
Don't worry
I
about it.
think this is a way to go straight out. Okay.
I believe I'll be providing her with my macaron.
I eat it.
You can't just keep things closed. It leads to tension and/or mistakes. Same with units in the field too.
But yeah, may just have to talk to him. Nothing else you can really do to clear the air or whatever reservations that you have. Fuck.
I'm fine.
It's a rough world out there, especially in those mines when you go to prison. Don't go to prison. Not good.
Not fun time.
Carefully maintain the policy of isolation.
You write this all down?
Alright.
Howdy, Lunari.
Hello.
Saw one of them run that way, so I guess we're going there.
I know that you want to eat the energy that's in the cargo, but could you not?
What if you didn't sit there and drool on the power core? That would be
To me, your outfit, all this is brown copper and a couple of bucks.
No.
He's giving 3.
We gave 1 to Dusk, 1 to Reginald, and 2 to Theodore. 2 left. That would be for
You're
Echo
not
and Milo.
What is happening?
No.
Oh, they're doing a demo out there and they're fighting and making all kinds of noises and stuff.
The principal has decided that some of the instructors are not up to snuff and has decided to eradicate them.
Some kind of murder,
This
I
is
guess,
not-
going on.
This is not true, I jest.
Oh, you do it? Yeah, if I'm doing it. So I should be fine. I think at this point, I don't think it's a cleaning job.
All right.
Paving job.
Construction job, yes.
But at some point, we're all going to be doing similar things. Not quite to that degree, but
years from now.
Oh, you're getting
no one there. Good.
The stories I've heard about the Rock make a lot more sense now.
Yeah, right? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Not on his white coat. Poor thing.
It's surprising this is the same person a week ago was just walking around.
fuck Oh! Oh dear. Wait, is that where they've been? Oh dear.
Oh no.
Though we really missed them,
fine.
considering they went in to see
We were
Helmet.
just in there. Yeah.
The principal's been firing shots. And also bragging shows fire the pedal.
Oh, there's another crack in the back in the black top.
I'll see you around, Apple.
Yes, find the workshop.
Oh, well, one of them isn't that cracky.
Yeah, it's Braggy the general and the principal. All fighting.
It's alright, it's alright. I just don't want you guys to get
I wonder
leveled by a
that
giant
force
rock.
could be localized
They were with me, and they are smart.
into a point.
Please do not treat them like babies, like we were
Is that
told
how
to.
you've been able to shatter armor?
Yes,
I've
to
noticed
both.
Braggy expending force over
I
a
think you're
massive
always so
area.
worried
Have
about
you
your
done the
students
same with
dying.
Your bat just
I've never seen one of your
localized
students die. It's
to this
fine.
one?
That does.
Hello, Pressic Link. Or Professor Soliloquy.
blunt weapon, and most of the time that is rather effective.
They're both
there's
here.
How can I help
Professor
you?
Soliloquy, do you have access to a forge? And metal cutting tools? Wait, there's a fight going on? Who's fighting?
Not at the moment.
I think
There
the
will be an
fight is
rising.
over.
And your principal fighting.
I believe it just ended.
I'm gonna go jump
Yes.
off the building real
Wait,
quick.
it
See you guys
finished?
later. I'll be see you around.
Well, they're standing and talking.
I mean,
Yes. No, the damage to the
Has been
black top
ripped
is.
off
Yes.
and shot.
I always knew smoking was bad for you.
You missed a fight
And
that
for
I
the
have
super
never seen
Thing to tell you,
before.
by the way.
Oh no!
You can trust me. Yeah.
It is
Hi.
To avoid the blacktop the next few days.
Hi.
I think it ended.
I
wasn't here for it.
I brought the thing.
By your next class.
Which they tend to forget
Right.
because of
Okay.
It's loud over here.
The weights with you.
Oh, okay.
I hope you don't have to overtask yourself.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, just. Oh, I don't know if I could.
That's why I
You
said
know,
it's short.
actually, the metal. Yes, but the metal at the top can be used to maybe make one. I would just need to, like. Okay, so we would put these together, like weld them together maybe, and then. I've never done that before. I've never dealt with that before, but I can ask Professor Liliqui. One minute.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be there actually supervising.
There's not many. You could come up with this sort of idea.
Understood. Please do see Reginald
Aside from
for the rest of the checkup.
the professors, of course, but who knows how much they'll be willing to listen to you. She will.
What can I help you with?
For whatever that is
Professor
worth.
Link was willing to talk a lot, but I don't know if they're going to.
Had an idea for a weapon. However, they spent all their money on the wrong weapon, and they wanted me
I'm
to
not
help
fighting
put
next
together
week,
a new
though.
one. So I was gonna think about
So,
putting
no reason not to
melt-
get it ready and then practice
welding
with it.
some of their
just-
weapon, or
I'll let them
cutting
talk.
it into pieces, welding it back together, bending it
Hmm.
the way I need it, and making it into a
Lunali.
kind of firearm.
This is your
or
weapon,
something similar. But
not
I
theirs.
don't have any of those tools. Yeah, but I don't have any of those tools. Would
Well, they're explaining the part that I can't, which is the how to do it thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
follow me.
I just have the
To
idea.
demonstrate
to the blacktop, I would say
Come with-
that
Your situation is
response with Wardens on the back of here will be stuff for now.
Oh, there's Scott.
Then a combat training should be done into the
Bond is up here. Let me for you.
Can't believe we missed that fight.
I was busy at the dorm, so it was over very quickly. Or it was happening the whole
What
time.
is this place?
Ah, this is Mr. Carbuncle's and Norset's working area. This is where the arms and the foci will be worked on.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I thought that professor was a pet.
This is where I will be teaching class for mechanics. There are many supplies in here, and also in the workshop next, and also in the cars behind the train. You're more than welcome to the supplies. Do not use the computers or tools for nefarious reasons. All projects will be sanctioned.
Sir.
All projects must be sanctioned by me. So please come up to me, have a idea.
I will make a detailed blueprint. It might not be look the best though. I'm not an artist, sir, professor.
That is fine. If you cannot use the pencil and blueprint paper, you're more than welcome to use the computers. Help you with your blueprints.
Thank you. Thank you, professor.
Not a problem. Please keep it clean and do not dilly-dally. If you wish to dilly-dally, please do that in the corner, away from the machinery.
It's a designated dilly-dally corner.
And do not use the vehicles unless okayed and sanctioned. They are still being worked on.
Yes, professor.
No touching.
Okay.
I'm not touching them. I'm just looking at them. Okay, but yes, okay, we can draw something up this week then and work on it this week. Does that sound good?
Okay.
I might actually ask some help from apparently Bailey. She's really good at forge stuff, so I might ask her. Do you know who she is? I don't think I've met her yet.
I know who she is. I just haven't seen
The
her.
buff one.
The buff one?
recently. The
There's a few
redheaded
buff ones.
girl.
Redhead. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
Looks kind of
You're in
like
the middle of
Leon,
the
but
class, third
more
row.
muscular and more confident.
Right, no, she raised her hand in class. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. I might actually have, Marcus help me. Is that alright too?
Okay.
So, okay, just to make sure, what you want is you want me to turn the mace into a gun. Am I correct?
At least something that
what
can,
exactly?
Something that can, I guess, fire it out in a similar way to how I'm kind of. I guess a similar sort of operation to what I was intending. I could kind of perhaps treat this as kind of like the quote last resort thing. I have an idea of how to do support work during the tests.
Right, sorry,
but
I was
want to.
entirely rudely distracted. So I didn't hear most of what you just said.
Would you like
Well,
to borrow
luckily for
this?
you, Scout, you just told me everything about what you wanted to do with this not even 10 minutes ago. I just keep ending up in here. We're just got a gravitation
I know,
to
but
us
I'm
today.
asking specifics. I was gonna ask you for help anyway, but
I was
okay,
listening.
yes.
Would you like to borrow this so you can hit him?
You need some help there, Marcus?
What's one more beat down today?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Maybe later. We are gonna be working together on it, so you know.
I need to walk around a bit more.
Okay, so
Play step by step.
you want to
Everything,
turn
everything.
that specifically into another weapon. But later, and we can. So what I'm thinking of doing is using this as kind of a test thing. So basically, I'm gonna try to get it down. I don't know if I will, but try to get it to be able to transform from this form into the gun. But I don't know how that's gonna look. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Most likely, I'll just keep it as the gun
Now,
for now. But
If worse comes to worse and you're limited on time, let's say, all right, you can always do reliable, which is trigger down here.
That's true.
Barrel mechanism in here and all the fire and tidbits. A little bit of wire and run down here, and then we just pop the top off there, put a
That'd
hole.
probably be the easier way to do it. Although if I really wanted to try to.
In due time, we can make it look fancy.
If
But
I-
right now, it's good old fashioned. I have a stick that can kill you.
If I wanted to practice the motion, I'd have to grab it
Yeah,
up here,
exactly.
flip it over, and have it fire out this end.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you've only got a week to get ready, it's
No,
it's
I'm
less
not-
about the
I'm
know.
not going this week.
We're not going next week.
I volunteered.
All right, all right.
They didn't pick.
Oh, I thought you were doing this week. My bad. Either way, but yes.
I figured I should probably
We can
work
try
on
that.
it now rather than later, based off what
Mm.
Professor
It won't-
Funk said.
Definitely won't be the final product, but it can at least be a test run. We can see what it looks like, and maybe it will become your final product.
And
Who
then
knows?
it can be extended
We can make it.
into like from this form to more of a proper staff.
There you go. Start simple, little
But-
chip chop, hole in it, bam, and then we can make it look nice and pretty
nice thing
and,
is,
over
if I-
time.
If I do use it as it is, and we made it so it could fire out this end, it's heavier on this side, so if I grab it and flip it, it'll be easier to hold it steady.
That's true. You can use it as a balancing thing. So yeah.
True. Or you can rather balance it, flip it that way, or you can just good old fashioned, from the hip, like a musket.
Well, the reason why is because the staff idea I had was using the other end of it and then the top of it, where like usually it'd be ornamentation, is where the core will go. I don't really want to.
All right, good
have,
thinking. You're really
fire
cooking ahead of time. I like that.
things out of the area where the core is. I don't want it to get damaged.
Of course, of course. Now, don't finalize on everything. There's always plenty of time for improvement and new ideas. So, but we'll get
That's
you
why
started.
this is a test.
It's a. I guess it's since I already have this. It's a proof of concept of if a shot staff would work.
And it'll be good to see if you like the petting style.
Yeah.
Or if you want to turn it to more, I don't know, a sniper or something instead of a shotgun.
Y'all gotta start somewhere.
Giant staff that just turns into a shotgun or a sniper.
I have no idea what I want to do later down the line, like I said to you earlier, but I mean, I always have reliable just in case.
I
Everybody's
mean,
gotta start somewhere.
Mine's smaller. Okay, look here. It also is a plier. It also is a flat head.
At least,
it also has little
at
pliers.
least it's got some utility. I'll give you that.
I still cut. It's okay. I usually use it for.
Shit.
I usually use it for apples, so it's not really that dangerous. I should sharpen it, actually.
You could do that here.
Anyway,
They have sharpening tools.
I'm sure they have lots of.
I have to say, there's probably a grinder in the other room. If there's a forge nearby, there's a grinder.
Can we look at it? By the way, I didn't see.
Sure,
I didn't get to
good
look
idea.
At the majesty that is this.
Have you seen Blackstone?
Oh, he's in there.
Normal sized screwdrivers and pliers and wrenches and gears and screws. Oh my!
They are very, very heavily organized. I see.
Even have ammo to mess with. These, oh, there's entire boxes of screws and nails, and there's a hammer in there. There's power tools.
If you're looking for
and
ammo,
lubricants.
Ammo's probably at the range.
That's true. There is some. There's the dummy rounds over there. Oh, and they also have the desk over there. What's on the desk over here? Oh, more hairs. Oh, different sizes of hairs. And that's a soft hammer to make sure I don't like. Is that? Ooh, that's a lot.
By the way, how did your
I don't know
gun
if I'm allowed back
end
here.
up?
Sorry. So, it's okay. It just needs. It had a little bit of an issue with the triggering mechanism. It'll be fine. I'll have it all fixed with Marcus's help next week. It'll be perfectly fine.
By a little bit of an issue, what exactly are you saying there?
Well, I'm saying my gun had a little bit of an issue. It just wouldn't shoot.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't shoot. Yeah, a little bit of you not being a gun.
It's a gun. It just doesn't shoot. It's fine. It's like a gun with permanent safety. Maybe that's fine.
I mean, it's better than me. I've never made anything like that before at all.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
she's
easy
got the
to
gift.
just put stuff together. Just not easy putting stuff together the right way. It takes a long time to figure it out.
I'm not letting her touch my gun, but if she gets yours working, then we'll give her a chance.
Well, I mean, it's not a gun yet, so if it becomes a gun, then it's good.
Then it's a success,
anyone-
and if it shoots, it's even better.
If anyone can do it, it'll be Scout. She's the only one crazy
you.
enough to really give it a try.
Oh.
That'll be
you.
a compliment when it actually shoots. Either of the guns you're working
Okay. Okay, fair. Maybe working on your gun will help me figure out the problem with mine. Maybe I just have the safety like
Alright.
perpetually on. Maybe that's the problem.
Okay.
on. I think it's time
I
for
need
me
to
to
do
go
something
back,
here.
change my clothing.
Okay.
Oh right, yeah. It's getting late, isn't it?
Lunali? Oh no,
Go and ask.
Oh, am I still?
I'll find you later.
Okay.
No, you're good. I wanted to make sure your stuff got taken care of. I like how we work. I want us to put together a group without the need of the professors,
Oh, okay.
Well,
so that we can.
They made a group of
Sounds good.
7, so if they want us to... If they're going to let us do our own group picking, then we would need 4 others.
Yeah, but we'll
Nothing
start with us.
Of a sufficient spread, probably.
Mm-hmm. Need a
Marcus is
tank?
pretty cool. He's like a more. He wants to be more in the middle of things kind of fighter. He helped me make things.
I should probably find Professor Reginald, ask him what kind of books he'll give me next.
I need to talk to him too. Actually, let's find him together.
Okay.
Good luck.
Got him. Ugh.
He might be inside of his clinic.
That's true.
That is him casting.
The fight was really cool, by the way. Oh, you're gone.
I hate
Thank you.
here. Where's the general?
Off button.
Okay.
Oh, are we doing it? Are we doing it?
Do you know where Professor Reg
And now he'll never turn back on.
Really? That's what happened?
Wait, hold up, the buttons.
It's
the
his
buttons are
off
in
button.
there.
Do you know where Professor Reginald is?
Oh, I see.
I was wrong.
I do not.
Why do people like
He's in the clinic.
Okay, thank you.
That's the full time too.
That's what I said it was.
Come in.
But everything else.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Mental health.
Oh, hello, Professor. Or Headmaster.
Hello.
I can wait.
Hmm.
You want me to wait outside?
No, you're fine.
Waiting for Reginald.
Okay.
Myself.
He's
I'm
over
waiting for
there.
him to wait as well.
Well, you said
Okay,
something
okay.
that's popped up. Any sort of injury
Okay.
right here? Any chronic injury? Or...
You can go first. I need to ask him something in private.
Oh.
He was outside
Okay.
on the balcony. Last I saw him.
Who are you looking for?
But he may have headed down out of town.
Understood.
Who is it that they are looking
I'll
for?
see if I can. The lead researcher.
Oh. I don't recall seeing him up on the balcony.
It's okay. If I happen to stumble across him, I haven't had a chance to actually formally introduce myself to him.
Would you want to...
Okay.
Please talk
Thank
to
you, though.
Professor
I
Carter.
appreciate it.
But other than that, you are having a clean bill of health. Enough to get some comment, that is. And I've been very formal, but I have not fully actually met you. Reginald?
Yeah.
Yeah. I look at your records, but I want to make sure there's a human connection. You are set to go. Is there anything else you require from me?
Don't believe so. If you say I'm good to go, then that's all I need.
Apologies. Bit of a headache
You
there
are
if you
good
were
to
speaking to me
join
still.
the combat. Look forward to seeing what you can do.
Oh, I think we're done.
Thank you.
Or, I don't know.
Ah, Principal. I think I overheard my name.
Yes. Raggy shot a rock through my shoulder. I haven't had it checked out yet.
Rock through your shoulder?
Yes, I had it covered up, but there is still some blood, so I was hoping you could check it out before I rest.
Yes, come here. Well, it depends. Do you want to be a little bit of a teaching aid for those around?
Sure. If it'll help the, those around, aid, why not?
Lunali, this is something you want to wake up and probably see.
Oh, the rock through the shoulder.
Yes. Come
She
here.
can hear in her sleep.
Principal.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
There were a lot of notes.
Clean through. Oh my goodness. The wall is, if not. Yes. Hmm.
His
Too
control
simple
of
enough,
the core
though.
is pretty powerful, yes.
Hmm. I can close the outside from. Yes, right. Could just be a little bit cold, but overall, will feel a little bit strange. I wield a wind core in my support arm. The healing bits of wind go in and knit the flesh closed. May not be able to see it very well, but that is indeed what is happening. But feel cold. It's a little bit strange.
Every bit of healing is different in how it feels. You can never really get used to it unless it's the same person.
Right, we have the front end up into the middle done. Switching to the back. One thing to keep in mind when you're using support arms is that you need to know the anatomy and how the body works. You don't want to heal it in an unnatural way. It cause a chronic injury for your patients.
Hello. I am here to
There we are.
some bandages and some
Could be good, Principal. It'll be sore for, well, a while, but it should heal quite
Good
well.
enough to move.
helping me repair.
Thank you, Reginald.
And
Hope it was,
they
enlightening.
that they will be slightly injuring their fingers, so they just wish to.
Hi,
be
sorry.
very just in
This is Lunari, and well, she was here first.
We're gonna get them gloves.
Thank you for questioning.
Okay.
I think there's some extra ones in here.
They are a medical researcher.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm also a boy.
Oh, sorry.
Are
Mistake.
you
You're
both?
fine. You're fine.
Are either of you part of the?
She.
Neither of us are going next week, no. But I wanted to try to ask
Did I
something
get all of them?
in preparation for when I might.
Indeed. Ask away.
Get that medicine.
I wanted to try to get some help.
Oh, I
trying to
don't work
gather
here. I was
some
coming to ask
sort
Reginald
of
a question.
Oh, okay.
I guess
I think
field
Shiloh's
kit
down the hall
for
that way.
the
If you need
exam.
No,
The medicine is in that cabinet. Can you assist them?
What, me? Huh? Oh, okay. Oh.
You should be able to help them get them what they need.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Terribly sorry, Lunali.
Person from
I overheard it.
Also picking up the book
it's okay.
for
Shiloh
this
is the
week.
person who works here.
Hey. Okay.
Ah.
So yeah, it's allergy
Oh,
medicine.
Lunali?
So it's like fur-based, Xander for animals and.
Oh, the allergy medication's over here. That I know. I know that. I learned.
Ah, it's you. Hi. Hello.
Actually, I have
There you are.
my name on yours.
Oh, she has my name on. Okay.
Standard anatomy of organic
I'm so sorry.
wardens.
I don't know how I mistook that.
It has the many different anatomies of all known wardens,
So take them as
including a section on
So only take it as you need.
Well,
it
don't
for now,
forged.
but if it seems like it's
on what we can do, which is not much.
recommend trying to take one like
There's one thing to note is
that way.
the use of our support arm and healing magic is
Some people get a little
not very effective, or sometimes not at all on the Warforged. You'll need someone like Soliloquy and their arm for that.
We'll see if that helps, and if it's still a
Well,
problem.
they want
then
to be a mechanic. Maybe they can help.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
And I don't know you.
The medics of Warforged are mechanics.
No. This isn't my
They might have a special arm that can help mend things.
And even if it was, I'm not gonna charge you unless I actually need the money.
And what was your question in addition to the book?
I wanted to figure out what would be best to gather for a field kit of sorts for the exam, so I have a way to do the role that I was wanting to be. Since I won't have magic, I need something else.
Yes, there will be a standard kit supplied to you for the test. It should have everything you require.
Okay. I'd still like to see it in
So no need
advance
to gather it
know how
yourself.
to use it properly. If it's the first time, it would be not helpful if people are getting hurt in this test.
One thing to note is it's different every year. But this could be, well, not accurate information. When I went through it, we simulated injuries, and you had to tell them what you were doing. Or, yes?
Well, they
You
said
okay if I take one of the books home for the week? So I can study?
Oh, go ahead. You can take any of them. So there might not be need for worry on actually your ally bleeding out in a trial. But then again, this year it is different for you all.
They said people.
There will be an element of surprise.
Unless that was hyperbole. Did they tell you you were going to die and then you didn't die?
More combat medical oriented.
Honestly, I am not sure what they mean by that, but I might not be at liberty to even note on the subject. I do not control the duration of the training regimen when it comes to that. Alas. That would be a carbuncle or a soliloquy question. Perhaps even Valdra's.
Some news saying that made its way here said somebody named the Reaper helped out with it.
Guys, have a good evening.
Take care. Thank you again.
You're well read.
You're welcome.
But that you'll have to find out for yourself.
I like
Alas, I am simply the medical. Good. Knowledge is power. Especially in our line of work.
I'll take this and try to get it done along with the homework from Professor Dusk's class.
Good. Yes, if you require any other help, just let me know.
If there's an opportunity to help out where you don't think it needs your arm, could I help out with that?
Yes, I'm sure I could find something.
Okay. That would be nice.
I will try and get that in place the next couple of weeks. Perhaps we can make a study of it or something with pairs.
Okay. Are you all good?
Wonderful, Lunali.
I have a question for, well, two questions actually for Professor Reginald.
Is
One,
this a private thing, or do you...
the first thing's fine. The first thing you can hear. So do you have to be specially, like, do something special for it to be specific to be support based? Because your arms, I mean. Because, well, I mean, she wants me to help make hers, and I want to know how support arms would work so that I can make them correctly, or try to.
Well, to clarify for the exam, the thing I want to work on, I don't have a weapon on hand that would really be able to simulate that, so we're going to try to modify this to be able to function in a similar way to the staff I want to use. But if you...
We're gonna turn into a firearm, sort of. But after that, hopefully we know how to make it into a support arms of some sort. I don't know how to do that.
To help with the final product.
I would be able to help you learn how to wield it, how to use it in medical situations. As far as crafting it, that would be a carbuncle. And yes, they would be able to give you in-depth. But have no worry, I believe this very soon there'll be a class specifically about what you're talking about.
Ooh.
I did talk
I believe it's one of your next lessons, actually.
I did talk to Professor Carbuncle about the idea a little already, so they heard it. I just need to kind of...
It sounds like a great idea. Do not let your creativity be limited. Think outside the box, as Professor Dusk said.
What I wanted to...
So it's a staff shoddy.
I called it a shot
Sorry,
staff.
go ahead, she can slide.
But since the top is where the focus would be for the core, it would be for casting, but I didn't want to use it to hit things with that because, well, I don't have a whole lot of physical strength, so I figured the other end of it, if you took off the end and then made it hollow, if you flipped it over, it could have something fire out of it so that I don't have to get in close if I needed to defend myself.
Indeed. A correction that I believe I told you the other day is no matter if it is a support arm, tank, fighter, your weapon is usable against magic beasts. A punch from my arm, even though it is a support arm, will do substantial damage. Not as much as, say, a fighter that is having it set up for that.
I meant more like
but you can still defend yourself.
Magics, since I wouldn't really have offensive magic. And
Something to keep in mind, you could learn how to boost your own abilities. Even though you are not naturally strong, using your support arm, you can change that. You'd have to divert a substantial portion of your charge to augment yourself, but that is a possibility.
Ooh,
there is a warden here, in fact, who wields dual support weapons, but is more of a tank. They can heal through damage they take, and outlast their enemies. Alas, I believe I was not as clear as I should have been on how truly creative you can be with them.
That's okay.
My arm is fairly simple because it's functional for me.
Okay, what if, so what if when you heal someone, you're actually taking their... I don't know much about magic itself, so I'm not sure how this would work, but, you could take the injuries, and then you can revert it back into the shotgun and shoot someone with their own injuries, with the own injuries they caused.
It's not impossible, but that does sound pretty complex. That sounds something more along the lines of a dual core.
That sounds hard to manage. But
That's true. That's fair.
Maybe something...
Sorry, I'm just thinking out of the box, like you were saying.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad that your minds are racing. We want you to be as creative as possible.
I have a feeling the whole shot staff thing kind of already is sort of the out of
That's
the
true.
box bit. Granted, it's no fishing.
That's true.
pole.
It's also a gun.
I really want to see the fishing pole arms now. It sounds cool.
That would be really cool.
I think
Perhaps when you'll get to Reinhold, we'll bump into them.
I think Leon's making a shovel. He has a shovel on his side.
It's truly whatever you're comfortable with and what you can think of.
I made
The design of the arm. Well, mine's literally my arm, but does not necessarily affect how my healing ability.
Once the arms are made, though, you'd be able to help teach me how to heal with it.
Of course, yes.
Okay. That's what I want.
I'd be more than happy to.
Okay.
You'll be able to do something along the lines of... this. Be a little bit cold. Every element heals differently. And again, you can be just as creative as making your arm. I use that as a spot. It's one of the more efficient ways of healing. Versus...
areas.
Very much very horrifying thoughts. Hello.
Oh.
Oh. I see the
Don't want to waste it. It's quite wasteful. That would cut out anyone that's been alight by fire and do a full body heal of them. It's not as precise as being, well, a spot heal. But there's more of a chance to heal things in unnatural locations. Should they have a dislocated shoulder or something. But yes. Have no fear. I will be teaching this to you all.
Okay.
I'm hearing quite a bit of huffing and puffing.
Are you? I think they're okay. I don't know. Right. I did have one more personal thing to ask you, if we can.
Right.
Is that the private thing? I can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
I can step
If you're
Theodore
medic,
doesn't know how to
maybe
react.
turn it around. I wanted
They're
to let you know
floating
of a
there.
medical condition I have because the professor
Menacingly.
said I should probably let you know any medical situations. I know
I'm sorry, you might die.
Difficult to breathe.
No, Theodore could never
You
die.
should probably know these.
Theodore would beat them up.
Here.
Okay.
Why don't we just,
Don't die then. Don't be a liar.
Don't stop coming through.
I look forward to your kindness as always. But I have
I look
completed my
forward
own
to
personal
teaching
homework
them.
with that.
I'm throwing myself into the mouth of insanity for it.
Lunali?
Hello.
Hello?
You sure
How are
it's
you?
an actual raccoon and not just like
I am okay.
person? I thought so too.
Are you?
I had a helpful talk
I
with
think you might
the
know what I'm
professor
saying, though. So
for
it could be a person.
how to
When
apply
I was saying I
medical
was gonna
stuff.
write it, it was like
I
an
also have
attack.
another
I know,
really
it's
big
true,
book
and I know.
for
I don't
different
need to know
anatomies
it.
and how to treat them.
You gonna go put it up?
Probably
shouldn't carry it around on you.
It's very big and heavy, so yeah.
I don't want to know what it is. I don't care what it is. I just want it to stay away. It is the Spider George rule. It is an outlier, should not be considered normal for all other raccoons.
I can do. Who do you think sends people on missions? It's me. I send them, and I have to do the
When you're
paperwork to
constantly
get them
making
ready.
new paths, new places
That
to
goes to me.
I both know you have that.
Block, that sort of thing.
Well. Look at that timing.
Right. Because apparently it's like a guess. And that
Yeah.
was someone was not home for I'm not that I'm scared. Okay.
Not too sure, honestly.
Let's start.
There you are.
With the machinery.
Oh, good.
I put it away.
Yeah, it was
People run around trying to find him, so I thought
Well,
something
I
was
said you
wrong.
look good.
Or he was missing.
What's that?
Oh, it's a charm that my mom made for me. It's something apparently in our family.
Oh, it's a little bigger. This is
The
an actual
mother
prototype.
makes
You're looking at
these
the
for their children.
Yeah.
And then if I were to have some, I'd make some for them.
See? It's a bit bigger.
Oh, I see. Ah, that's kind of them then.
It's
Nice to have
supposed
something like
to
that.
help
That's the idea.
with
Picked it up during the service, and hey, it's a nice hobby, I guess.
I'm something to say.
That's
Probably
fine.
keep things
I
nimble
think
and
it's
whatnot.
possibly good luck
Keeps
or
morale up too.
something like
Men loved it.
remembering.
Yeah, I'm
I
usually
don't
there.
know what the memory bit is,
something
but
before bed here, right outside, so not that much of a.
Hopefully it's a good one.
People trying to fucking sleep right upstairs, you know.
it's not really a specific one, it's
The
just
last thing I need is a noise complaint by someone coming
remembering
downstairs and making
in
me be
general.
quiet, you know.
What do you think those would be?
Oh, I
It's
see.
supposed to be able to help you
What do you mean?
connect to,
Like what would a noise complaint be here?
I guess,
Probably
memory.
the teacher coming from upstairs and telling me to
That's
be
what
quiet.
they
Are they good
believe, at
memories?
least.
Nicely at first, and then probably some
It's
kind
anything
of
like the
funny
dreams I
punishment.
have.
I mean,
sometimes
doing 20 laps around the town.
other times they're scary.
Cracked the joke at Baldrus. So, they were trying
If
to
you have
catch,
another one of those dreams sometime, tell me.
the warden general, though. I think
The only
Ahead of
one
time?
that's,
Not after?
the only one that's ever come true was that one before the shield fall. Otherwise, they're just really vivid.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to get involved.
Yeah, those type. Definitely those type.
I know.
20 laps around the town will fucking kill my leg that I don't have. So,
I'm gonna go to the bakery.
I get phantom pain.
Alright, I'm actually headed to go get some food. I haven't eaten though today.
I had something this morning.
At the old age of 27, I know. I'm nearly dead.
I want to pitch you something. You in particular.
What?
Me. Real quick.
Next week. I'm just curious.
I already spent enough money on
Okay, so it's all
I don't
using
need to
magnets,
get Foci
right?
sales for the coffee
I have to
machine.
do this with
and
only one hand because I'm holding a very precious
come.
comic in the other. Basically, do you know how jellyfishes work? Have you ever seen them?
Perhaps Professor Soliloquy can help you both. They are the
That is an
mechanics professor and a forged themselves. They are... At least I've seen them replace some of their parts on the fly.
Well, then I'll have to search them out and have a word with them. I know that the Goblin Tinker across the street has also already offered to try and install brakes, or at least a ramp, on our stairs up to the shop here.
Plenty of
Welcome on
options,
in,
then.
miss. How may I help you today? What can I get for you?
Something to help wake up, but coffee is a little bitter. Do you have creamer?
There is creamer and sugar. It does come complimentary with the with each coffee.
Okay.
We also have teas with caffeine in it, if that's what you would like as well.
I want to try to see if that will help. It's been a while.
Understood. Would you also like anything to eat with it? Today we have a few specials. Sweet potato muffins for 2 cc's each, as well as a brand new item on our menu, a mystery meat pie for 5 cc's each.
What makes it a mystery?
Nothing at all. It's just the name that I came up with.
Oh. I'll have the pie then.
Understood. That will be a total of 6 cc's then. Here's your coffee, ma'am. Allow me to get the pie out for you.
Students and faculty, as it is now nighttime, the school gates will be closing. Please head into town.
Here is your pie. I hope you do enjoy.
The creamer container is now empty. That is better.
Well, I have plenty. There's still plenty in there. By the by, if you do wish to stay and relax some more, there is no rush. While I do normally tend to close when night falls. If there are people at least here, I will not push them away.
Okay. Good luck next week on the test.
Thanks. Let us see. It's too bitter. Try putting some sugar in it next time.
Oh. I just like the taste of this stuff too.
What can I get for you?
Do you still have any more of the meat pies today?
I believe we have one or two left, yes.
One of those, please.
Understood. That will be 5 cc's. Allow me to grab it for you. Here you are. I'll be the 5 cc's.
Here you go.
Thank you. What can I get for you, miss?
Some warm milk and maybe some cookies.
Biscuits come for about 3 cc's for a dozen. Would that work?
Yes.
I can throw in the milk for 1 cc as well. So 4 cc's. Thank you. Let's see. There's our pitcher of milk. Here's the cup of milk. And let's see. 1 bag of cookies. Please do enjoy. Have a good evening, sir.
Likewise.
Was the coffee better this time?
It was quite good, thank you.
You're welcome. If you would like another cup, let me know.
I'll be sure of that.
Do be careful.
Did you fall asleep? Yeah. It's not working. I guess some things never change.
Let's see.
How's your first week been? It's been okay. I'm starting to find people to talk to. Some that... they treat me relatively nice. No one's been mean to me about the tendency to fall asleep a lot. So that's nice too. It helps that nobody really seems to know my family here. Back home, people kinda were a little less than nice. They just thought I was weird. Or rather, they just thought we were all weird. I don't really get why though. There's something weird about liking to collect knowledge.
Nothing weird about that at all.
Or
some people, I guess, just think knowledge is dangerous.
I guess just remembering. What that has to do with a dream charm, I don't know.
Welcome back.
But
I see you are
they
returning them.
said it would
Thank
help
you very much.
keep it with me while I was here.
I hope you did enjoy the tea today.
That's what
That
Mom
sounds
said.
like good advice.
Totally.
You're
When you guys
welcome.
have it next, you should make a class.
Your mom
Or
is a
you
pretty
can-
smart woman.
A Claire's?
I
I
do
can
know
see
they're
about
Professor
it.
Hayden's favorite.
I haven't been able to
Okay.
get any
I'll
good
look into
rest
it then.
though.
I made
just
them
keep
in the
having
past,
those
but it's been a
same
while.
vivid dreams as usual.
Have a nice evening.
Nothing like that one day though, fortunately. It's been less scary.
What can I get for you two?
I don't
I heard
know
you
what
have
it
mystery
was
meat
about
pies.
that day.
We do. There's about 2 left.
It just seemed really good timing that it
I suppose we'll each take one.
went
Sounds
They're
good.
5
similar to what
cc's each.
happened.
Thank you. Do be careful. Thank you. Let me get you those pies. Let's see.
Have a good evening. I've known your family my entire life.
Have a good evening.
And
With your
I know
conversation with
that
us,
what you go through
are you planning on something
can be
support-based
unpredictable.
for your arms?
1 meat pie.
To be determined.
2 meat
Thank you.
pies. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please
Some
enjoy.
days it's when
Well, do you also have any snack foods or anything on the ready? We're having a big old study session tonight.
I have biscuits.
get sleep where you can.
Would you like some of
And
those?
fill your energy with what you
Cookies?
learn when you
biscuits
can't.
will work.
Let's see. 3 cc's for a dozen. No, 4 cc's for a dozen. Forgive me.
Scout's gonna be helping me modify the mace.
How many
Try
did
to
you-
work
So,
like
2
the
dozen.
Shot staff
2
I
dozen?
want to try to
Understood.
make for my arms.
Let me get these into.
I'm gonna try to make it so that the mace can be a bit
There
of
we
a
go. 2 dozen
field
pies.
test of the concept
Thank you.
of flipping
You're
a
welcome.
weapon and
Please enjoy.
firing out of it.
Of course. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Smart.
See if I can
2 dozen
make
cookies
it
is a little heavier
work.
than I originally anticipated.
And may your bad luck fly away.
I've actually been thinking about requisitioning another core.
Mate.
Do you think they'll
There's
give
one
you
here.
Didn't they say that's
Oh,
really
Uriel just
rare?
left. That means he might already got the shit.
It
Hello
is.
there, little guy.
So it may take some time.
If you're
A long
wondering,
time
he just bought
for anything to go
biscuits.
through.
If there's
but
anything else, I
I'm
might be
thinking
able to help
about
you
getting
out
a
with.
wind
If
core
there's nothing
attached
else.
to
Honestly-
my scabbard.
Honestly,
He bought
you guys got
biscuits
like
and he
a-
bought a meat pie.
That's pretty good.
Fine.
If I could get an excess,
If I-
like, jug of coffee, that'd be great.
If I'm a lightning storm as it is now, adding a little bit of wind should make it even more
Instead of
terrifying.
coffee, why don't we do tea?
Okay.
One of coffee and one of tea.
Please do be careful. One of coffee and one of tea.
The
Okay.
general pushes us
This
to
is
try
a
to catch up to
thermos
birds.
that will be about 2 cc's each. Which tea would you like? Today's teas are a tangerine white tea, a let's see, your chamomile herbal tea, and a lavender tea.
Oh, and can I get a little
Tangerine,
container of
please.
French vanilla to go with that, please? Thank you very much.
Understood.
Let me fill the 2
Uriel
pitchers.
got biscuits, and he got a meat pie. We need a dessert. What should
I
we get for
do-
dessert?
Have a cookie.
I do have a special today.
Who's
Sweet
gonna get
potato
very
muffins.
fat? Who's gonna
2
get so
cc's
fat?
Muffins?
Yes.
That sounds
Would
pretty
you
good.
like some? And these small thing of creamer.
Thank you. While you do, I'm gonna tie my
Anyone
shoes.
in
Hold
your
that up.
dorms you find
There we
interesting at all?
are. There's the tea,
Like in my room,
the jug of coffee, and the creamer. Like I said before, that will be 4 cc's.
my partner doesn't lay down to
Here's
sleep.
5.
He just
For the
stands in
creamer
a
too.
corner.
There Thank you very much. But yes, would you like any muffins? We obviously also have our
Are they
macarons as well.
or no? They're
Give
one of the
me
ones of all the
a
stitches.
tray of muffins and a tray of macarons. Whatever.
100%.
Whatever flavor.
Laying down
6
might
of
be
each?
painful for
Okay.
them. I don't know. It's one
That
of
would
those
come
things
to
I
a
don't
total
want
of
to ask because I don't know if
cc's
it's
for
rude.
macarons. 20 cc's.
20 cc? I didn't spend any of my stuff last week.
By the way, here's a few CC's tip.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Do you think they'll let me just order creamer? That's good creamer.
I mean, if you ask, they might.
It's basically like ordering milk.
There's reasons for that.
Just sweeter.
You each have your own strengths. You were handpicked to come to this academy.
Not enough things to.
Sure.
My original core was a light core.
I mean, hell, like.
I came across the dark core from a fallen comrade.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Shady conversations that were happening.
It's not a unique story for those who have more than one core.
I can't prove anything from it, so
There is a rule within the Warden Corps that if you're assigned to a fellow Warden in a team, and one of you falls, you're allowed to take up their arm in defense. If you have good synchronization with it, the Corps may let you keep the foci. In my case, I did. And so the Corps let me keep theirs.
Understood. So it is a multifaceted path then. Resonance, perhaps?
Synchronization is the term that is technical. You can have a specific affinity for a core and a type of element, but ultimately it doesn't matter. You can use whatever core, whatever element you choose, as long as you spend the time synchronizing with it. But there is a chance for you to have an affinity, yes. I did have an affinity for both of my cores, making it easier for me to synchronize with both of them.
How do
So
you
we're going
find
to be
out if you
testing
have
done
one?
to
An affinity? You can only know by using the core. It's very possible I could have an affinity for many other elements, but I've never used them, so I'll never know until I do. Unfortunately, the elements aren't something that you can very easily jump between. There's not enough supply of cores to go around. Some of you may get lucky and select one that you have an affinity for, and it will make your learning easier. But synchronization won't get to 100 for everyone. It will just take longer for some than others.
Well, do we want to do in one of the rooms, or do we want to do like the dorm cafeteria?
I'm sure Clink will go into more detail on what is possible and how the process starts in their lesson.
Clothing store's still open.
Perhaps you could be of assistance.
Oh, there.
I look forward to it.
Initial selection.
I know, but...
Oh, thank you. Perhaps. I saw my bad buddy go running off, so I'm going to go see what that was about. Okay, he's just being a loner.
I'll catch up with you in a little
Thank you,
bit.
professors.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Evan.
Really quick.
Even at the time of the review, I've already heard
How's my left of the talk? I
variety of
didn't want to interrupt you. You're
tones
actually doing
and
something
sounds.
I agree with. I just.
Free to mingle for them.
I'm not equipped to handle that, so...
I know. Little bits like that help from everybody. I know it doesn't
I
feel like
mean-
you did a lot, but popping the questions are.
I'm
the sole person doing
Yeah, I'm more than happy to talk to him, but...
Headmaster.
I appreciate the
How's your evening going? I might make it a habit of going there.
Have you tried the meat pies?
I think you tried this a lot.
I wasn't feeling like eating meat
Continues to
today.
do so.
I just had some pancakes.
Have you
I'm
tried
gonna find
I'd appreciate it.
Felix.
They're
We
delicious.
have so many snacks.
Everything
I
that
believe I
makes
tried your tea
Do you
special.
think Mother might
Yes.
have
Do
more
partake.
I would agree with that.
Right, study.
Yeah,
all right.
my study partner.
It's
Let
possible.
me go find.
You're dozing off.
Let me go find Felix.
Yes.
I'll go that way.
Not good.
I
No worries.
think-
On the subject.
I think we're going to be doing it in the cafeteria within the dorms.
You get your shoulder
We're making
checked
soup
out.
in there. We're making soup in
Oh,
there.
it's better.
Reginald healed the hole you put in my shoulder.
All right. I mean,
There he is.
perhaps we speak with the principal on a later date.
A raccoon.
Kane, do you know where Walter went? Is he in the dorms?
I haven't seen him for a bit. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I saw him passed out in the dorm, so...
Oh.
Okay.
They're making soup in the dorm rooms.
Oh, that does not sound appealing, I'll be honest.
No, did you try?
Ah, yes. They are famous already.
Did you have something you wanted to speak to me about?
Of them from the students.
Questions about Elven heritage? Mostly?
Yes, it's my understanding you can get.
The soup's ready if you haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, what kind of soup is it?
Spicy soup.
Okay.
Bunch of stuff in it.
By the way, Scout might ask you about potentially helping with, a project to, modify something
Mother
of
wasn't in
mine.
much of a state to tell us stories
I don't
about
know
hers,
if she had found
so
you
we're
guys.
curious.
They already they're in there.
Okay.
Soup's ready.
Yes.
Ding 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 ding
Hell
ding.
yeah. We're also going to study group, so
Oh, okay.
You're more than
Study
welcome to
group.
join, of course.
Study group
can join after some
for
soups.
what?
Dusk's homework.
Oh. Are you doing
Oh,
it
yeah.
out of our room or in the commons?
No, I think it's in the commons.
Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, it's not a problem if it was. It would just change whether or not I did my medical studies or
But yeah, I
that.
was thinking maybe like
Why am I dirty?
some kind
So
of.
what are you trying? So are you trying to have it like be like armor, or like something to hold your weapon up, or something to just?
Maybe a bit of both. Maybe I'm thinking like a general utility sort of device.
You don't belong here.
Because by myself, I don't
Just
really.
stay. You're not going to be walking out. So get out.
Get out of here! Get!
Huh? Is that right?
Go on! Get out!
That's a
Go,
raccoon.
Get before you become dinner. Go!
Oh, I've never seen one.
I was distracted by.
Hey, be
Professor
nice to
Scully.
They're pests, more or less. They like to go through trash and the like, or rummage.
I think he needs someone to open the door for him.
What was that?
People have been feeding it.
Oh god, it's gonna stay here. It's being fed here. It's gonna keep coming back.
Oh,
great.
Oh no!
Well,
It's gonna get disease and everything.
I already know that the big Roo has already been bitten by it in the garden. I know that much. That happened today.
Oh.
So you know,
Did
Reginald has already
Reginald
tended
help
to
you
him.
with the other thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Otherwise, to follow all the way back to what we were talking about, Leon. It's about as real as it gets. So, we're being thrown into the deep end on purpose to see how we perform from the jump.
Great.
Which is to be expected.
I'm sure you'll be
Well,
great.
we'll be meeting in the library probably every day just to figure out how we're all feeling, meshed together, things like that. So it's not just gonna be, I'll see you. I'm not gonna say see you in a week. You're not gonna fucking die, Leon. That's not the point.
You're gonna be fine.
Besides, we've got your back. That's the point.
I wonder if they said people might die just to scare them.
I hope so.
He's on top of you.
I don't think so, because Carbuncle said seasoned wardens have gone through it.
Professor
Like they can go through it.
Reginald said it in the past that their injuries were simulated when they did it, so...
Well, in this case, a simulated injury in this case is either friendly fire if we hit each other, or if they either slash us, shoot us. It's real. So.
Then again,
But they'll be there to help as well in case anything goes to shit.
that one newspaper from Reinhold that makes its way over here said that some person they call the Reaper modified it this year, so maybe
delicious,
that's what
thank
they
you.
meant by they're gonna die. Because
Lunali, do you want some cheese for your soup?
It could be, I'm not
Milk's
sure.
on top quite nicely. Yeah, catch.
We're finding out.
I'm so
For
sorry.
fuck's sake, here.
I didn't mean to hit you. I'm sorry about that.
You good? You okay?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Let's go. Don't worry about it too much. It happens.
Good cheese.
Now you have a funny story to tell each other. She's fine. I think.
It's good cheese.
There you go. It's good cheese.
That's a relief at least.
But anyway, I mean, yeah, if we make a frame, like, okay, so. Okay, so, what were you thinking, like, to go, like, what do you want covered?
Well, I was thinking something that'll reinforce my joints, right? So I can block things a little easier. And if it has armor, that's sort of just an added bonus. But that might be a bit much to accomplish in the short time we got here.
Maybe.
Are you thinking of modifications before we go into the keep?
I don't think I can ready by then.
Do that.
Maybe something for my arms.
Pads, if anything.
No.
Be it of a hard material, just to go over knees and arms.
Well, apparently the uniform's supposed to add pretty decent amount of protection.
Well, just a little bit.
Special made, I guess.
Mostly padding and probably a little cut resistant.
No, hey, get away! Get away! Get away!
You'd probably want to add to it more if you wanted more direct protection against something
Be careful, watch
larger.
the soup, the raccoon's in here.
Actual armor.
Might be a bit hard to
or
get fitted in a week. A bit expensive too.
Yeah.
It's towards our food, it's gonna have to use everything.
That's the problem I'm having too, just in general, because we were told we can customize what our uniforms look like, right?
Right.
At least from my experience as ex-military, that's like the one thing I'm never ever supposed to do, is change what this looks like. But 6 years, it's an old habit that's taking a lot to rewire. But I'm also just having a problem. I don't know what I would do either. Because it's like, well, if it's like protections like what you're thinking, be it like for your forearms or your legs, it's like, well, sure, but then it's, I don't know. I'm stumped for me personally. I have no idea.
To it could be okay, but for me, I just added extra stuff to it, but that mostly just involves this.
Like what?
I just
Ugh.
It's more just a personal thing, but I might be adding like
This is
a
delicious, by the way.
bag of sorts to be able to hold medical
I
supplies.
only cut the vegetables.
Bags.
Obviously, thanks.
Oh, yeah, that works. There isn't much in terms of pockets for bandages and stitching or anything like that, or mundane. No, that's smart. That's a good idea.
Loops of sorts that they kind of look like you could hook something onto.
Pants just full of pockets.
But otherwise, I just have a.
We have a tailor in town.
This, but it's more just a charm for.
That's nice. Yeah, that's fine.
It's more just to make.
That's, yeah.
Nope, it's not free at all.
Starting to lean more towards that. I might just do like a belt or something to have some utility pockets on it that you can take on and off. Otherwise, I feel like it's
for Milo, just in case.
Oh, good. In terms of what direction?
Have you seen the
gunner.
inside
I'll be a
of the-
gunner. Yeah.
The engineering bay?
Preferably of longer distances. Because of this.
Project area.
I'd say you could
Yes.
What?
put in some sort of
the
ammunition
second base?
pouches or
with the tops.
extra storage.
Yes, I think yes,
on
that
the
one.
uniform,
So Professor
Yeah.
Calamity showed us that and said that we could use
That could
to
work, yeah.
finish anyone else's projects, or
I'll just need to figure out something that
use some supplies from the train
fits
yard
and that I like the look of, because I guess I have that option now.
That'd be
So.
great, yeah.
Once I get my actual gun working, and then I can actually help
Appreciate
her
it.
with her weapon and come up with some ideas for some future stuff. I'm still not sure what I want to do with my arms at all. I'm still thinking about it.
Me neither.
Welcome to my world. I have no
Like I
idea.
was saying before,
In a good way.
Dean's was talking about a frame, and she was actually talking about it for a gun, but I haven't thought, what if, like, we use it for, like, I think something like that would be good for a drill. Not for, like, a weapon or anything, but, like actually, like farm, like, equipment for, like, you know, people. Like, if people have something they could, like, set on their backs instead to use that to help hold a drill in place, it'd be increase their productivity like crazy.
You mean like a design fair guy? Ran as a battery?
Yes, yeah. Pretty much, yes. And then they'd have their own giant drill, which
Dirty man
they can act as a weapon, I guess.
And that's not a problem if you know how to make a containment cell that would, receive the dirty matter, which isn't technically hard to do. It's just it takes that kind of practical technique. I suppose
It'd be really
if
useful.
that's something you're interested in, I wouldn't mind helping.
Maybe we work on one project at a time, but eventually, yeah.
You're right.
Maybe work on that with
better
the
sense.
frames. Yeah. I need my gun figured out, and then I need to figure out her weapon, and then I need to help Celestia with hers. And, well, I'll need to help you with whatever you're doing, because to be after you helping me. Oh, and then
Right.
whatever Marcus. I
Sounds
have
like
dibs
you're
on
gonna
how
be pretty
working on
busy.
Marcus's arms. Yes!
Don't overwork
I'm so
yourself
happy.
too
That's good.
much.
Just cycle through them so you don't get stumped. That's at least the
That's true.
engineering
I
side
think-
of me talking.
Right, Professor Clink was saying that he has like 7 projects currently working. I just keep cycling through them. Professor Clink.
Judging from
Oh,
their
that I
their
expect.
energy, I think that's probably a low number for them.
It's Basil.
Basil.
Well, I've been a bit, to be honest, I've been a bit intimidated to approach Professor Clink. He's sort of.
Oh, why?
Oh,
He's very approachable.
scares
Or
me.
not.
He scares you?
We walked right up to him as the 4 of us and just asked him about the keep. And that's how we learned that he and Soliloquy created the damn thing. I didn't know that. We were originally going to go talk to Head Instructor Valdris instead. Clink just happened to be in the blacktop still.
You know what it is?
Leon, if
It's
you
something in
want
the eyes.
to,
I've seen them in engineers before.
if
It's
you
just-
want to talk to them, I can go with you. I talk to them a lot. They're not scary.
Putting the soup back in the kitchen if anyone wants it.
Thank you. That was really good, Avery.
Conspiracy to shut this study in.
Safety in numbers.
It's just being put back in the kitchen. It's not being put away.
Maybe I'll take you up on that at some point.
I'll leave you engineers to it. I'm going to make sure this doesn't go to shit.
He gave me a good
Okay.
idea for the shot staff, so that helped me to talk to him.
We talking engineers?
Hi.
But the arms I want to make is a staff casting focus, but instead of hit things with it, if I need to use it as a direct weapon, be able to flip it around and use the other end as
We were
a
telling.
firearm.
Yep, she's explaining what we're going to be doing.
See.
And I'm explaining that I have many projects I have to figure out.
She's
Fire-
gonna try to help me
Possibly
modify.
fire.
She's gonna try to help me modify a mace to do that, so it can work as a proof of concept. Since I don't have a staff.
Tried to rise to the occasion.
We are going to help with that.
You told him to rise to the occasion, and you killed him.
Also, yes, Bailey said we could use her expertise for the forging of metal because bending metal is not my forte.
Yeah, I've got some knowledge on it, but I mean, Bailey seems like more of a expert on it.
I can at least help
But-
repay
oh,
by
great with that kind of
doing
thing.
field tests in the range with you to help give visual data.
I mean, if you're gonna be healing people, then that's gonna be plenty of, I think that's gonna be a
Well, if
help
we
in its
work-
own, or payment in its own.
If we group together, then yes, I'll make sure you don't hurt.
I appreciate that. I don't like hurting.
Okay. Never do I.
Oh, but Professor Norset, I met him. And he apparently works on specifically like foci cells and such. And like design focuses. So maybe we can talk to him about the specifics. Apparently we're not having...
He also teaches the tuning process, of course.
Which professor is this?
Norset, the
Yeah,
small, the shorter one, in the black and the red.
Goblin?
No, not a goblin. He's like a bird?
Yeah, the feathered one. Right. Yeah.
He was usually pretty much always next to Professor Carbuncle. They work together a lot. By the way, if you want to
black and red?
cause him a fun discussion, ask him about the tuning process that involves throwing it at a doorknob.
Huh?
Apparently, he tunes cores by throwing them at things, and Professor Carbuncle hates it because it works.
To each their fucking own, I guess.
It's really funny. You should try talking to them about it.
Here's this, by the way.
Oh, what's it for? Okay, hi.
We were talking about this earlier.
Oh. Wait, this is yours.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is very familiar, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. To an extent. Kind of like those models on the wall.
It feels so weird just
hanging onto it,
pulling
thinking
out
I was
weapons in the middle of dinner.
I thought I was gonna be walking around outside, but that didn't happen.
I mean, we got a few minutes left. I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
no!
where we-
Stop! Stop!
There it is! I knew you had one.
Hey, back in Earth City, you guys.
Transition?
What?
Transition?
What does that mean?
Wow. It's a change.
A practical example would be transitioning from one page to the next.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Not gonna lie, I might need those notes.
Hello! Pleasure to see you. Do you have socks that I might steal from you?
No! Stop asking about people's socks.
No, you got boots. You're not the sock type. You know he's not wearing socks. He's demented. Call the police.
He's not wearing socks with his shoes.
Okay.
He's got that one, two, no buckle on my shoe.
Okay, I don't think I want to be here anymore. I think I'll die of laughing if I do.
That's okay. A lot of people say that.
of them.
Nina could look to either of us.
Did I hear my name?
I'm gonna miss having you around.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'll tell him. He's right there.
Guys.
He hasn't left yet. I'll tell him. I'll tell him what you did today.
Didn't do anything.
What did you do?
He knows what he did.
You know
I
Combat attack.
It was not a big deal.
Oh, my eyes for a second. I think
Panels just explode.
Guess they malfunctioned.
I'll bring some.
That's really
exploded.
nice.
That's all.
Shields guy did that, but okay.
It's probably a little glitch in the system, that's all.
They did say that they updated the
Some
night
cities
sky
just
recently,
aren't
so
tired as well as
maybe.
others.
Lexon, look, right up there. You can see it. It's that one right up there.
There's just a hole.
Oh,
just a see-through hole.
That's like the good dog is too. I got thrown at one. That's all right there.
Compared to
Right
how he
through
dresses, do you also agree that his combat attire was completely out of left field?
I like that idea.
Tragic.
Who's combat? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's
what were you
not
saying?
just my
There's a
combat.
hole
That's my
somewhere?
formal.
What was that, Scout?
What were you saying? There was a hole
It
somewhere?
is wildly different.
Nah, just a piece. That's
It's
like
because
that.
it's
No
too
big deal.
restrictive that I have to make sure I can
Yeah, don't
make
worry
up
about
for
it.
it when I'm relaxing.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I didn't get to talk to you much
How
in the
did
past
you
couple
become
weeks.
Warden
Have you been?
General?
Ikure?
Like,
The barrier
what is that
shutdown
process?
sequence will begin in 15 minutes. Please be aware. The barrier shutdown sequence will begin in 15 minutes.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I'm in the same boat as you.
It's
We didn't get to talk much. Good to meet you, officially. We've been seeing each other in passing.
You have to climb the ranks, and you have to make sure you're the best of the Wardens in the moment. Outside of the ones that deny the position. The only ones that I think would have been a better candidate than I would be Braggy and Valdris, but Valdris was already professor and Braggy's Braggy. So I ended up getting it instead.
Thank you.
You know, I'm good at introductions, but I'm bad at the follow-up conversations. That's always the hard part. It's like, all right, now what do we talk about? Fuck.
I don't know, how was your day? Anything interesting? There's like a ton of
I don't
questions.
know.
Like, just,
Yeah, what does
You
I can
really
ask
just
anybody that?
handed
Just, what did you learn today, Evan?
I can actually tell you some
Where did
interesting
you
stuff.
get your
because I
second
talked to
core
Wardens
from?
today.
Yeah, I was a little.
I've given up on studying.
Earned it.
Oh, my God.
Kind of a present for the specialization I went into.
I'm gonna put that in. You're weird!
You just took your shirt off for a second. What do you mean I'm weird?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's
I'm
it
just
like
fast.
wielding
What do you-
those
it's on-
elements?
Okay.
Leave my friend alone.
I don't want to hear from you.
No, 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 no.
There's a lot of freedom of movement,
He's also short.
but there's also a lot of restraint needed. For my lightning core, it needs a lot of temperament and focus, otherwise it will go wild.
Hey, I encourage him to talk to you. So I mean, I was encouraging him to, you know. speak
That's
to
where
us.
the freedom of movement comes in. That's actually how this works.
I think you and I.
It's not because I was scared. I just didn't think to talk to you.
Why not? I'm so great, aren't I?
Being able to move around in the dark is
It's learning. Learning is
a hell of a skill.
What about you?
I've barely done it in my life.
Conditioned differently?
Again, requires a lot of focus, but once I had it figured out, it eventually became like second nature.
I mean, yeah, but that has nothing to do with learning.
Oh boy. Hi.
You can learn things without asking other people for it.
Don't do it.
Oh my God, what is so
Man.
Let them do that to you?
The general's on it.
Major industrial giants of the mobile cities that exist. We make the party.
Oh no, he's saying damn.
I think he's dancing with them.
No big deal.
He is. He isn't hitting it though. Yeah.
My warden compadre there. If you could do me a kind favor, I can't order you, obviously, military.
In a way.
You know, when you're jumping on the rooftops and shingles and stuff are getting damaged.
I'm gonna very kindly ask you to not bring this up because I've already been talked to twice about it and cited for money.
Blackstone,
Cited for
My
money.
sword.
Unfairly.
Understood.
Yes.
Blackstone Nick.
I was just gonna ask you.
When were you gonna tell me, dear Theo? Keeping a secret like that from little old me.
I wanted to surprise you a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Well.
You're gonna see it next week anyway.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, better yet. I can show you a bit later tonight if you like. While we're in the dorms.
Sure, why not? I'd like to take a gander at it.
I feel like I've missed something.
Yeah, it's quite old though, mind you. I don't know. I mean,
let you know later.
At least
No, I
80 years
definitely
older
gotta
than
see
that.
You know what? Two separate people from the military, because it should have only been
But, you know,
talking to you from the military.
Comes for perks of being an old building pathetic.
Oh, is that where you're from? Alright.
A noble?
Position code 2? It's one of the smaller
Of sorts, yeah.
Things are
My
adding up a
family.
little more the more you talk, dear Theo.
Is that so? How so?
Well, you just kind of got that suave personality to you that could only be refined in the most high of classes.
That sounds like it would be
so if anything actually
kind of the opposite of
Because-
where I live.
combat test. Like a lot of people
Because the nobles in Bethella are fucking rot. That's why. And I'd rather not be among that crowd.
If it's every aspect
we
of
can
your
hang out
personality,
next
I like you more and more, Theo, every time you talk.
Be glad to.
I don't mean to be that likeable. I just have quite strong opinions with how Bethella's run. Mhm.
How do you do it, game?
I'm glad I got out of there. Before writing it.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Yeah, next week we can head over to the plot.
Do it again, Suppose we'll see what you like in terms of a deck of things.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for washing my talons off.
I'm gonna move on
Nice
about
of you.
that.
I didn't wash your talons. You scraped shit off on my shoes.
Celestia.
Oh, you did? You even gave me a nice little...
I appreciate seeing you in your nice casual outfit. You look amazing. I wish I had that figure.
And join the Wardens.
Join the Wardens up.
And how about you?
Snatch your waist off.
What about
What's your name?
Oh, I was about to come over and join you.
Excuse me?
Lunali.
Lenoi.
Yeah,
Alright.
Be nice to her.
So, I'm not gonna be nice to her. I don't have any intention of being mean. I'm
Yeah,
hurt
touch
that you
yours,
think of me
please,
so
with your
lowly.
permission. You have brought me joy and whimsy this day. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're gonna make her go to sleep.
Your ears are so big and they're so full of feathers.
Don't touch them.
It's fun. I won't.
Not without your permission, at the very least.
Don't do it.
I'm not sure.
Either way. So, Lenoi.
Dog.
You have stated that you are a sharpshooter and everything like that. And what about you? What do you do?
My intention is to go into
Well, you know, honestly,
the healing arts.
I don't think even if you bring me field notes... The healing arts and all that. You know, out of all the arts I hear, being a tank and being a caster are the most strenuous. Is that something that you're up for?
Well, it would be somewhat casting adjacent, but more focused on restoring than destroying.
You know, I'm a doctor of kinds, of my own genetic disorder to boot. When it comes to healing magic and everything like that, I've never ever been able to lock down a warden who's capable of casting such a thing. Or lock down a warden who can cast such a thing. If you ever really develop that magic and you actually get into a state where you can propel and utilize it in a very efficient manner,
Shutdown
come find me,
sequence will
alright?
begin in 5 minutes. Be
You should probably
advised,
get back to your dorms,
barrier
man.
shutdown
And
sequence
man.
will begin in 5 minutes.
Aye, we
We got a little something that needs a looking at. Or something that isn't a doctor in hand. They already started in there in the cafeteria.
I need to make sure she makes it back.
Okay.
Ma'am, she's concerned about you. You should return together.
Okay.
We'll sort the team. I'm sure we'll get through this if we're all our heads together.
I don't need to. We don't need to chase her off.
Chapters will go by real quick, you know.
We've still got time.
Alright, well, if you want to stay out for 5 more minutes,
Yeah,
take a seat.
of course.
Why are we holding hands?
We're a different kind of people. We stay out.
To keep them away.
Oh. Okay.
I think.
Alright, what do you want to do before bedtime? You've got a couple of minutes.
Well, I don't think there's really much time to do anything with it being 5 minutes from them turning off the
So
sky.
many people want to be with a.
You can take a bath in the fountain.
One of
Then we can.
Can't do that.
No.
Raccoon was in the fountain.
Then
The
we can
raccoon was in the fountain. Can't do that. Never
I'd
mind.
rather not. I heard people poured coffee in it a couple weeks
Beer?
ago.
Yeah, we are.
We cannot have children.
I'm sure it would have
caffeine never
been
hurts
filtered
anybody.
out.
Don't
by
that.
now.
Bend
Good
the
night.
warden knife as well.
Yeah, but what if they do
Good
it
night,
again?
Celestia.
I mean, there's a ways around that. It's very basic problem solving. You could have a surrogate, you could adopt. There's a lot of children.
We've all got our quirks.
Or quirks. Some more quirky than others.
At the very end. Whoops. Yeah.
I
like him doing the roof surfing and Ryan.
cannot tell if you're gonna save the world.
Loading in an empty
You know?
shell and then like
getting some practice aiming.
Away from your own height, man.
But I think whoever had you on their team, I think they got a better chance than anyone else.
You fall off a roof, I get to laugh, I get to get reprimanded. It's a really great.
You've seen what happens when people fail.
This is on you.
Oh, I know. Trust me, why do you think I tear
So you won't.
Good. Electrics aren't nice feeling, and you're gonna get tonight. Or the next
There's not many
I
like
know
us.
you love bidding, he says. Pitch him something, please.
I will.
It hurts.
Yeah, it does. Don't worry, I won't talk about it. I don't like talking.
I'd appreciate not having to talk about it.
Nice. I don't think any of us want to.
Fresh.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Good evening.
Alright, good night. Rest well, Lunali, and remember if you have one of those dreams, let me know.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Keep that in
Before you
mind.
forget, tell me what it was. Is he a betting man? What did he bet on? Excuse us, Professor.
My bad.
Good
Professor?
night.
I was wondering if that was one of the professors.
No, I can't call. No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Like that. You only do that to things that you think are like
At least
like
we know he takes his
animals,
job seriously
or
then.
to people you care about when you
When it
go
actually needs to be
pet
done.
on their
As much
head.
as I'd like to keep playing, I also need to study
Yeah.
and read.
You have two
What
exams.
if we read
Two tests.
backwards?
If someone's not doing good,
chapter,
and they're your
it's
best
usually
friend,
the other way.
pet their head.
It's
I can
usually
do it.
worse.
See how it goes. Go ahead, try it.
I will. No, wait. I'll read from the back, going to the front. You go from front to the back. We'll meet in the middle. We'll exchange notes.
It's
I don't know if that's how that works, Uriel.
That's definitely how that works.
Uriel, the back
are
is
so
just where the glossary is.
The back is the vocab.
Yeah, it's just a glossary.
Then I will go right
vocab.
before the vocab.
7 is only 3 pages.
What?
7's only
What?
3 pages.
Why is chapter 1 so long and 7's 3?
Because chapter 1 usually explains everything in the book in very small details.
First chapters in books are always the longest.
Yeah.